blows away new directions. It's your time to know something that is real. The Milky Way, feel your splendor. You're the weakness that I find. It melts away into forever. Lesson learned, and I know that it was real. Nobody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And I'm high on all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I hurt you, but it's nice this time of year. Out in the wild, find a Eden. Let's stay a while, never leaving. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. deny. I wanna take you sky. Take you sky. Review, you had in the review. Me stuck in the review. You had in the review. Me. Do you need me the way I miss you? 'Cause I can barely. You're the one I can't deny. I wanna take you sky. Take you sky. Review, you had in the review. Me stuck in the review. You had in the review. Me.
I'm told if we can work this out, they'd lay low. I'm cold, this fortune's running out, we'll stay tall. We can change our minds. Hearts beating
foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you.
Gentlemen, and welcome back to Baltic eSports League Season 2, Week 3 and Day 2. I'm your caster Envy, this is V, and we look a bit different, we look normal once again. At least I look a bit more normal.
Yeah,
right?
So if someone missed it, you can surely go and watch the replay where you can see Envy wearing a beautiful red dress.
Yes, it was pretty good. I fit in with the microphone, fit in with everything around here. Wasn't that big of a failure as I thought. But today we have tons of fun matches ahead of us. So let's check out the schedule so we can see what we're going to see first, as it is going to be eSports against Lithuania. And I have to say, this game is a long anticipated game after Season 1 especially, where eSports took the first place in the regular season. In the regulation, Lithuania were the second ones. But then, of course, eSports didn't play in the finals. They didn't have the chance to meet in the big stage. But do you think here, is there some kind of a brawl between them to show who's the best in Baltics?
Well, definitely at this point, because obviously eSports are looking to come back into this match. Into this season, because they have, they started off strong, but then suffered a few losses along the way, and they don't seem that stable anymore here.
Exactly.
And obviously Lithuania being completely opposite right now and seem to be on an extreme roll, they're going to be looking to establish their dominance here one more time. So interestingly enough, we can also mention that the map they're going to play is Nuke, so we'll talk about that in a brief moment. But the next match we're going to see today is going to be also Figure 05 playing against Balsam. And obviously after yesterday's game, Figure 05 will be facing now more tougher opponents than they have so far, because they still have yet to play all of these titans, the big guys. So the first true test for them, I would say, playing against Balsam. We don't know the map yet, and obviously it's going to be slightly map dependent, as I usually say, and in terms of how this match might go, but we'll find out soon enough what the actual map will be.
And then the Lithuanian duel, Joggers against Not Like This. If I'm not mistaken, Joggers, they did switch a player.
Yes.
So they took a Walkman off the roster, which is kind of a surprise for me. He was really stable upper, but they brought in another Lithuanian upper, which is Boo. He played for a season, and if I'm not mistaken, he played in the finals. Oh no, Karkas came back and they switched him out. So Boo, he has his chance to shine. He did shine. He was crazy good. I think it's going to be a really good addition to Joggers' team.
I think it's a very valuable pickup for them, and we should definitely see results off the back of that. Obviously, Not Like This
They were looking good then, I think.
Until yesterday, until they met Balsam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, kind of. But then again, it's going to be a Lithuanian team that they kind of need to show themselves against. As we were talking about, like, Lithuania figure of 5 could battle out who's going to be the first team, the strongest team. And here, I believe, is going to be, like, the third spot.
Yeah, so obviously still an extremely important match for either of these teams. So I feel like the second game of today might be slightly one-sided, well, in comparison to the other games that we're going to see today, because definitely seeing eSports play against Lithuania or Joggers versus not like this,
it's going to be hard to top it.
It's going to be hard to top those matches. So speaking of eSports and Lithuania on Nuke here, interestingly enough, as definitely not the map that I was expecting to see coming out here.
I was hoping to see Inferno.
Yeah.
Because we were always claiming like eSports are the king of Inferno, then Lithuania, and as GOEXANIMO reminded us, the last time they met on Inferno was 16-10 in favor of Lithuania, so we shouldn't call eSports the kings of Inferno.
Yeah, it's the, well, I feel like they lost that title already with that loss towards not like this.
Yeah.
So, in teams of players that we're going to see play today between eSports and Lithuania. So, on the side of eSports, we will see Dodds, Spurs, Shocks, Vista, and Bitcher.
Yep, and on the side of Lithuania, we're going to see Karkas, Aikes, Butters, Lukia, and Limeby. And I kind of wanted to talk a few sentences about Limeby. He's the new addition to Lithuania. We were thinking if it's going to work out, if it's going to fit well in the roster at the moment. He's looking pretty good there. He's looking solid. He's always in the mid scoreboard there, which I kind of believe is his kind of role there, as they have crazy players there on the side, like Karkas, who's going to almost all the time be on the top of the scoreboard, as well as Aikes, and Lukia has surprised as well with his rifling skills. Who has surprised you from eSports?
From eSports, I feel like I somehow inevitably am expecting that Dodds will calm down as time passes on, but it doesn't seem like that's about to change anytime soon. So he's definitely surprised me in the sense that how stable he has been throughout this second season, and of course still throughout also their own personal games and personal qualifiers that they have been playing. But a brief moment about Limeby, you mentioned previously, we actually found out today that he's also a part of FPLC and currently ranked number 5. So our initial worries about him perhaps not being worthy enough are definitely out the window. And obviously he has performed good enough to justify his position in the lines of Lithuania.
And the same goes for Shocks, as he was picked up by eSports to play in their roster as well. Shocks was crazy in season 1, and here as well. He is performing, has his moments, is looking pretty stable. The both teams, if you look at them, they have like equal, they seem so equal. Like Spur and Karkas, you can't really pick who's going to be like the best upper. Like, Spur has the aggressive upper quality where he can go and just blow up, like run inside and get the kills. And Karkas is going to be the guy who's going to hold the angle. He's going to be really fast with his rotations.
Yeah,
Don't you feel like there's like links
in between them?
Yeah.
I can't say that they're directly the same, or they're definitely similar in terms of what their capabilities are.
Yeah.
But between these two, my personal favorite would be Karkas probably. Just because I've seen him being more explosive than Spur. Spur is definitely stable. Karkas is more explosive, but it also means that with that you're going to have games where you won't show up.
Do you think Karkas learned a lot during his time in Gamers reality show?
Cannot really say. I didn't really watch it, to be honest with you, but I mean, any time spent playing a game, if you approach it correctly, is going to be worth it. And by their results, you can definitely know that these guys have learned a thing or two. So obviously, any little bit helps. And I believe there was also a few other known players on that show, if I recall correctly, in the CS scene, meaning that there's probably was some sort of experience exchange going on.
Walk, which I think is really a good guy to learn from.
Lobanica as well, I think, was there.
Oh, even him. That is great. Let's check out the standings just so we see how the teams are ranked at the moment. We already have talked about it, but it's always feeling a bit more. But here we can see the bottom of the standings. Let's check it from the bottom. So Skinless Red Iron, Team Red Iron and Celtic, they have a lot to prove. And if I'm not mistaken, by which time we can say that a team won't make the finals?
I believe for Skinlords Red,
Okay.
if they are going to continue their 0-4 and so on streak, then obviously no. Realistically speaking, they should pick up a game or two this week.
Yeah, for sure. And we are going to have a game on the stream for them, so we'll be able to see how they're going to do. But I believe that opponent was not the easiest one to crack.
Yeah, so I mean, the players that they have on their lineup are people who can definitely perform. So I don't really understand what's going on there. I feel like this might be just like a side project that has the fun approach towards things, perhaps.
I think as well for these players, most definitely. And as you can see, like there are no results. We've seen how hard they have lost to some of the teams. Definitely feels like they're not putting too much work into this one, right?
Yeah. But that's that's what the numbers say. So
yeah. Then we can see as well Aston eSports, Estonia, Skinlords, and HGR eSports. And the teams that we were not kind of expecting to be that low, but they are there. Estonia, lots to prove. Aston eSports, lots to learn. For Skinlords, as I've said before, and I think I'll continue on saying until they start to perform, I have no idea what is going on with them.
I mean, if everything keeps going as it's going right now, Skinlords and not like this are probably going to have to change team names.
Okay, nice. Yes.
I mean,
it definitely feels like it. Definitely feels like they're losing, but why are you using like that?
Yeah, exactly. Like you have the mindset and the mental capabilities to perform better, and obviously being in second place in season 1 eventually, you sort of should be higher at this point. So same goes for them. I mean, if they don't pick it up this week, they're going to start falling too far behind to actually come back into this, because apart from actually still securing these victories, if they don't also secure enough round points
as well,
and that is like a positive round difference.
And they also have quite terrible, I believe, round difference. So it's going to be pretty tough for them to come back.
Yeah, they have a huge mountain to climb, and it's already starting to look a bit bleak for them.
Let's check out the top of the standings, as we can see now on our screen. So Mighty Wolves at the moment on the top. We were kind of expecting it, but at the same time, that was not the result we were hoping at first. They haven't dropped a game. They played a really good game against Figure 05, which we're kind of surprised about.
Yes.
It worked out pretty well for them. And of course, we see the rest, also Lithuania and Figure 05. Figure 05 as well. Good position for them. I'll beat myself, was not expecting for them to be there.
Yeah, but do take note that they are currently sitting, both Mighty Wolves and Figure 05 have already played 5 games.
Yep.
And so there's definitely going to be changes in that aspect here. This is... I would say more realistically, Mighty Wolves are like a second, third place position.
Okay, yeah.
And accordingly, Figure 05, I mean, in theory, they could be in this top 4, but realistically, they should swap places between, not like they should drop down to place number 6. WSD Sports should be in 4th, and then accordingly, Figure 05 should be in 5th.
Okay. So
I mean, I feel like that would make more sense than what it is right now. But obviously, one more time, there's still games ahead to be played this week, and more towards the later half of the week. That is going to be Thursday, when we'll be able to make our final deductions here about the standings as well. Joggers and Autoclutch, obviously, both of these teams having 2 wins, 2 losses. The round difference, I'm not entirely sure how big that is between these two teams, but in general, sitting around that position where they are, I feel like Autoclutch could do a bit better than Joggers. I feel like they have slightly more potential on paper, just because of how I've seen them approach CS in these few games that we have spectated.
As well, and we have one more thing, we haven't seen too much impact from Undercover, but as well, we don't kind of know what is his exact role.
Yeah, we're still in the process of clarifying that one and to try and understand how much input is going in there. Because, I mean, you could also be, as a coach, just from a purely analytical aspect, and the players might just even ask you, like, not to interfere during the game and only leave comments afterwards, which is, in my opinion, slightly unproductive, but it is what it is.
Some things may work for other teams and some may not, but let's talk about this nuke. We know that there's going to be some flashy off plays. There has to be.
There has to be flashy off plays. There's definitely going to be some sort of executes towards outside and definitely also towards the A-bomb side.
Maybe finally we'll see the flashes and smokes.
Well, we know both of these teams can use Molotovs through the upper windows to make sure there's nobody sitting on the actual hut, which is already a huge advantage to have when you are executing on this site, and that's also something that should be practiced. I mean, dropping a Molotov and instantly following up with 2 flashbangs through the roof and perhaps blowing up the door simultaneously with another flashbang into sight, everyone should be white essentially at that stage. So that's sort of like a quick idea of how I see that execute towards a site, and obviously you can combine that with fakes towards the outside. You only need essentially 2 smokes to create a line and enough flashbangs which you can throw from without actually exiting the box. So anyone that's towards main is going to be flashed. The wall will prevent the player in the garage to seeing how many players pass through. And heaven as well. So, I mean, if there is enough presence of that and an instant execute afterwards, you can actually send one guy lurking and then afterwards try and do that. Like, Nuke offers so much possibilities off of that. Even like I would go for something like 2-man fake towards outside, 1 man tries to get downstairs as fast as possible, cause as much as distraction if he can, and simultaneously an A side execute should be going on. So essentially what the CTs would see, okay, it was a fake towards outside, they focus towards A again, and the guy who has already made it through secret should be trying to get through ramp into heaven and flank the players.
And then as well, we'll slow down any kind of rotations coming out from players from ramp or in any other position that will take in B. But now, who are you going to call out here in this matchup? Who do you think should be the guy that we should look out for?
Well, on the side of Lithuania, definitely Aikas. I feel like we've seen him already previously on Nuke playing ramp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
And he definitely has his angles worked out there, and he also switches up his approach.
Runs through smoke, gets through kills, stays alive.
Obviously, on the side of WSD, probably already previously mentioned, Dodds is going to be my guy that I'm going to be cheering for.
Okay, but do you think are you picking Dodds because like Nuke is kind of an old map, and do you think that experience will help him?
Definitely. Okay. Nuke is a map where if you have more experience, it can change as it has now throughout these reworks. Yeah. But the general idea of how Nuke should be played doesn't. So you only need to adjust your timings and like how you throw the nades, but the actual approach towards the map is pretty much the same. So I feel like that's going to be a huge factor, and if he makes some sort of mid-round call, I feel like that's also valuable input from the side of WSD there. I mean, or Lithuania might just effing stomp them again, as they have with previous teams before, and obviously WSD coming back into this game now after suffering a loss versus not like this on Inferno, another Lithuania team, and also a map that they were confident on, and I feel like they're not really scared of playing Nuke here. Then this can turn into a heavy mental battle for WSD. So a lot of ifs and buts, but you need to understand these two teams essentially Season 1 regular champions and Season 1 actual champions.
Yes, exactly.
So either of these teams really want to show why they are here. Obviously, Lithuania trying to prove the fact that they did not win for nothing, and WSD also wanting to show the fact that, I mean, they had an insane win streak, and they lost what, like 2 games in first season?
At most, I believe they lost 1 against Lithuania. They lost 1 against Skinlords, if I'm not mistaken. So still, those games were kind of shaky. Not shaky against good teams.
I think it was only 2 games they lost.
It could have been
no more than 4, regardless. But still, throughout the actual season, that's accomplishment of itself.
What kind of prediction are you going to give to this game?
Yeah, so first of all, after yesterday, we're sitting at 1-1 in our personal prediction game. So we'll remind your viewers one more time the next following week. Whoever loses our prediction game between ourselves, the loser will suffer consequences, same as you saw yesterday. Go watch the replay. And we're currently sitting at 1-1. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to go with my gut feeling, and I'm going to say this is going to be a close match. But off the hype Lithuania have had, and they have yet to show any sort of shakiness from their side, I'm going to say they are going to win, and they're going to win with the scoreline of 16-13.
Okay, that is pretty close game. I'll go the same way as you did towards Lithuania. As I already mentioned, they haven't shown any kind of big signs of weakness. They have been just dominant and confident in every single aspect. So I'm gonna give them the score of 16 to 10 that they're gonna beat WSD Sports.
Okay.
But this could be an upset in our book here, as I think WSD Sports are not gonna go down that easy.
Yeah. I mean, definitely WSD Sports another team to easily take here, and obviously it is going to depend on which players show up, where those players play, as in what their actual position is, and obviously a lot of off battles. And I mean, you can expect from both of these teams that the AVP players are going to be rotating around a lot, so they're going to try to use this AVP every chance they essentially get. And as I already previously mentioned in the previous new game that we spectated here, so that could be towards outside, heaven, under heaven, ramp, from the bottom of the ramp, like
everywhere.
Even be bomb site.
Everywhere.
And there again, windows, you can even try and play it from short, a bit risky, but playing from Windows side will allow you to also watch what's happening with the entrance in from secret and so on. So a lot of versatility offering the Nuke is offering here, and I believe we will be ready shortly here to jump into the actual match.
Wanted to remind our viewers one thing that I already kind of slowly pulled here, and I hope that you would see it, that I did that.
I did saw it, I just ignored it completely.
Okay, so remember about the Vault giveaway that we're giving away every single day here on the stream. So if you want to win, just type in #Vault in the chat, and you might be able to win 10 euros from Vault to order food right now. Have you entered the giveaway?
No, I am actually a fair person, and I do not enter the same giveaways that we provide. But in order for you to be eligible for our giveaway, you need to make sure that you are a subscriber of our YouTube channel. So just make sure you just click that subscribe button. And obviously, if you do win the giveaway, you just need to message us on bsl@bsl.pro in order for you to actually credit your account on the Vault application there.
Exactly. So, let's jump into the knife round.
Finally, yes please. This is a match I genuinely am extremely interested in seeing and how this all will go down. And I would like to see one team just mentally breaking apart just because, you know.
It could definitely be interesting knowing how well these teams play, how well their mental game is up there. And as you can see, WSD Sports, they already have won the knife round. So they should start on CT side, right?
Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, you want to get a solid haul. Definitely playing against Lithuania, you don't want to go ahead and be like, oh yeah, sure, T side, we got this.
Of course. So we're now from which players to look out for. Let's see if that's going to be the right prediction there. As WSD Sports, they're going to start on CT side. So Lithuania, I really want to see their executes and hope to see those smokes and flashes, as you said, in the A side. I want to see that A executes just go in there and them completely demolishing WSD Sports. As I'm really curious to see that, as we haven't seen it just yet. But let's jump into the pistol round here between these two teams. And let's just see what's going to be their approach. So from Lithuania, instantly they're going to head towards lobby. So this could be a ramp push.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a ramp push. You can see armors here, no nades bought. Icos doesn't even buy an armor here. And Vista will go instantly down. Not finding another kill.
Well, as now they're going to rotate. I think they're going to look for the kills. Lambi already with 2. He can go huge here. Shog's going to look for the shots. Bitcher's going to get 1. Akis and Lambi both go down. So it's going to be 3v2. Maybe Lithuania overstepped their welcome here as Butters can't get the kill. Finally, he gets Bitcher, but he does not spot the player on the head. And oh my god, Dot is going to get him. But Lukia, at the meantime, went towards the B side and did get the bomb plant.
This and he actually faked out those doors.
Yes. He did already so much in this side. It's going to be pretty tough
for us. I love this play.
Yeah, it has to be pretty careful from the doors because I believe both players are going to hit from 3 years. He's going to look for the kill. He's going to get 1. That was the low player. He's going to get spare as well. Look at 2 kills, clutching it for his team.
I don't know why I'm cheering so much for him, but that was an excellent play, and I just wanted it to work out.
It worked out perfectly for him. I already thought when he got that low on HP shocks, there was no way he's gonna get spared in that situation.
Yeah, so let's see how Lithuania actually decide to approach this anti-eco round here. So you can see Luki is gonna post up himself behind these boxes, and actually. Haven't seen that yet done, but if you are positioning yourself behind these boxes, if 2 players decide to push you and somehow you don't get them in the process, you are still stuck. Yeah. So I'm not really a huge fan of this. I feel like watching from the entrance into lobby towards doors is a slightly safer approach because the players will need to be in movement in order to pass that position, and you would see that you would have greater chance here. As Luki actually has already managed to find Dodds in the process, and also Spur in a bit of trouble here with the Deagle, and that ledge is definitely not helping him in the process with those Deagle one-taps. Hykas also finding Vist in the process.
And now Spur gets the kill, when I decided that he won't get it anymore. Good job there, as we saw before. There was Aikas taking down a player towards ramp, so now Spur has to get lucky. He has to be pretty careful about how he approaches this position, but 3v4 situation still definitely, there's a lot of damage that they can do as Spur now. I believe he did not notice the players go down into the ramp.
Yeah, he did. He definitely didn't see them going down. So there's still.
Now he hears the smokes and the grades falling down. He's gonna hear the player coming up, and he's gonna look for the kill. As he's gonna get one, he's looking for the second one as well. It's gonna be 2v2 situation now. Karka is going in towards the A side. He's going to spot one player. Is gonna find him. As now Bitcher's gonna be close range, and now 1v1. Ikas against Bitcher. Who can take down who? Both are pretty low HP.
Ikas really has no choice here. He needs to go towards the A side, and then he's going to be checking every single corner.
Ooh.
As Bitcher will come out on top, and that is instantly around back towards eSports, and this is exactly what you want to have on your side when you are on nuke, definitely. So even if the terrorists win the first round, if you played correctly, and well, with the help of Spirit, that Deagle that started it off after those initial two entries from the side of Lithuania, and well played eSports. I mean, now you just need to keep the Lithuania's economy in control, and obviously that deep smoke alongside with that nade is going to be dangerous stuff. And Vista with the UMP positioning himself quite close here, but obviously just next to those doors, just to make sure he's not going to be tagged. But obviously the few shots hitting his backside there is now Spirit looking towards the outside area. Does spot a player here, but doesn't manage to actually kill him off. That is still Carcass down to 50 HP here. He does have head armor.
So he's feeling pretty confident in peeking the players here. Now they're going to get boost. Oh, this is quite an interesting boost as he's going to spot the players. Look for the kill. He can't hit the shots. There is still Spare alive there and already. One more player coming forward. As Dog's going to help his teammate out. He's going to look for the next shot. He deals some damage but does not get the kill as Ikas has already found Vista towards that ramp position where he was solo playing. Spur goes down to lane B, and now let's see how this execute will come together as Dots. He could potentially find Akas here. Can they get the timings right? It's going to be Akas winning this duel. Only two players remain. Bitcher with Shocks. And as we can see, Shocks now is going to spot Lukia, so it's going to be 2v3, and they have that weapon advantage.
They definitely have the weapon advantage in this situation. The time is running out, so these players are going to be heading towards ramp here. Shocks definitely has heard one of the players, and obviously has been spotted in the process as well. That will prevent him from pushing. Bitcher has the defuse kit here. Will already find Ikas, looking to find the player towards site. Will open the doors just to see if he can drag any sort of
did not get the kill there. That's pretty huge. As Limeby is going to go down, and now only Butters remaining 1v2, and I believe his position should be known, but he's checking the wrong side. He's going to take down Bitcher. Only Shocks remaining. We can see here he's going to go through those double doors, but he's playing against Deagle, and he's playing a dangerous game, which is he's going to win it. So it's going to be 2-1 of eSports. Looking better than at least I expected at the beginning of their game.
Yeah, definitely looking a lot better. I believe they were just surprised about how Lithuania quickly started off that round. Obviously, finding that initial kill in the first round, essentially in seconds. There was a return frag, but also that was returned in favor of Lithuania. And obviously, having two players lost within the first 15 seconds of the round, that's a lot of pressure already on the remaining guys. So, I mean, unless some lucky shots go towards your way, you're not going to be too happy about that fact. Now, Lithuania here, actually, off the back of those bomb plants, is able to afford a few more Deagles here, and also Ikas on the AK, but as I say it, Lukic just goes down as Spur almost lands another one, and will find it in the process.
That is one dangerous scout player that you don't want to fight up against that. That's like they basically peeked him. Like you know that Spare is there with the scout in the garage and he's very good, but they still go after it. They still go after it.
Yeah, obviously. So I mean, they had all the confidence in the world to go for it, but it's not working out for them. As Karkas has managed to find here one, but he will go down to Bitcher in the process. So now the real guns should be coming out here. Apart from, I think Ikas actually misbought in that previous round because he's now sitting on like a Deagle.
That could be the case. Do you think Lithuania can already now feel like the pressure coming towards them?
Well, yes and no. I mean, historically between good teams, this map is still like 10-5, 11-4 sided sort of situation. So as you can see, a lot of utility being instantly used from the side of Lithuania. That's a lot of nades towards the outside, and I feel like that's a fake, and the players are, as you can see by their positions, going to be heading towards ramp here. Only one player will remain outside, and Vista just looking for the spams, and this is the moment where they should go, as Vista has just reloaded and gets caught out with the nade in hand, and that's a lot of ground gain for Lithuania. Now as Spur will be smoked off with that scout here, unable to find anything. Luki already downstairs. Check your corners. And oh my god, that position from Dodds, that's the experience I was talking about, knowing how to abuse these corners. So, and Spur finds a headshot onto Butters.
Yes, no idea how, but he did it on the outside, as now it's going to be 3v4 situation towards B side. We can see Karkas, he's going to wait towards ramp. Ikas near the bomb. And one more player in the corner. They have to be pretty careful, as Karkas already has found Dodds. They need to find 3 more players in here. Ikas going huge, but he's going to get only 1. Now Limeby, he's trying to find the kills, but Karkas, he's in a bit of trouble, as Spur is going to find his 4th kill of the round, and he's going to defuse and win the round for his team.
So 4-1, Lithuania, slightly unfortunate for them there in that situation. I feel like Ikas definitely should have had both, but he didn't see that second player initially, and obviously that caused him to turn around because there was another player coming from that short doors area towards B. So 4-1 here, Lithuania actually are forcing up here.
They are.
Well, the last round bonus is big enough for them to be able to afford relatively decent guns here, and because Nuke, apart from outside, actually offers like maximum mid-range fights, Deagles still are a very viable option here, and obviously just without a lot of nades.
This guy's confidence. He has been there outside with with scouts, with Deagle, with AK, and he's getting those kills almost all the time. As here, Karkas is gonna answer. Right as I said, and Vista also has found his first kill of the game, as now only Dots here remaining towards the outside. Can he find a kill? He misses the shot towards Karkas. Karkas still on 100 HP, and here, luckily for Dots, Butters was low, and they managed to take him down, as now it's going to be 2v3, but as you can see, Dots and Vista both are on very low HP, so I can here, he did spot Shocks. He's going to get him down to low HP as well, as now Karkas has to go huge. Has to find the players, but instantly Vista from the backline is going to take him down from the outside. And now Ikas left with Deagle and against 3 players.
This is still doable. A single bullet for every one of them will do it. So you don't even need to go for the heads. But the question is, does Ikas know that? So he does manage to pick up the AK here, and he will be taken down by Dodds. So the timing, see, actually Dodds decided to push the hut and go behind the player. Excellent plays coming out from eSports. Definitely looking a lot stronger than they looked the week before.
Most definitely. Like, the game is not like this. I definitely feel like it was played by not eSports players. Like someone else just stepped to their computer and played it.
Maybe that was the case. We'll never know.
Exactly. we may never know that. Yes.
A lot of nades used from the side of eSports towards outside just to prevent these players from pushing out quickly. And you can see that in this iteration of Nuke, that is being done quite often. As already previously mentioned, if you know how to abuse outside, you can definitely score a lot of free rounds with that. As Dodds already has managed to find 2 players here, and Butters desperately looking to see if he can find any return kills. As Ikas just goes huge, finds 2 of his own. But now instantly only Butters, last man standing here with 30 HP, has the AK in hand, but looking extremely unlikely here for Lithuania to pick up another round. And I feel like this is the point in time where, first of all, take a pause, guys. Just take a tactical pause and have a breather, because you need to calm down. And second, they should start picking up the AVP. And that is exactly the case, as Ikas has purchased one already and passed it on to Karkas here, meaning that we're going to see some outside battles most likely, but he actually has a decent spawn to go for that ramp peak.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to do just that. So he might get lucky here. Who's going to be there on the receiving end? Oh, he goes completely different approach. He's going to check out main. He misses the opening shot, dropped down to 40 HP. Can he repeat this one? He has to be pretty careful about it. The grenade will come through and it's going to kill him off. Dodds managed to get it, as there's going to be Butters with the answer. You can see Bitcher, he's already pretty deep into lobby. So for now, Lithuania, although they kind of feel that they can move around here, they have to be pretty careful about it. Limeby did manage to get the kill. As now they both are going to be on the outside. Spur taking down 1, and Spur with the next 7-1. This is the last sport that we used to see.
Yes, and the question is now, are Lithuania mentally struggling against playing against them? Is that what's happening? Is it not because
Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like it. As I already mentioned to you before about that they decided to not play against Lithuania in the finals, BESL Sports. But here you can see it should have been the other way around. Lithuania didn't want to play against them because it's looking that they can't really take them down. Let's just see how many rounds can they still rack up here.
Here's the problem I have with how Lithuania currently are playing Nuke on the T side here. They have like 90% of their battles are 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
And they're losing them.
Yeah, exactly.
When they go together as a unit, you can see that they can get through to the actual bomb site and they can clear positions out. But it doesn't look like they've actually learned from that fact here, and they're looking to find these one-on-one duels, as now Luki will find Vista towards ramp. That will all instantly prop the rotation from Shocks here. You can see that he falls back, and I don't think I would be peeking that smoke, because obviously they know that there's a gap as well. But, as I say, Dodds
finds 2 even towards the B side. Only now 3 will remain on the side of terrorists. The bomb has been picked up. They have to be pretty careful. You remember what happened last time. They did plant the bomb, but CTs came around from every single position there. So now they have to really figure out how they want to approach this one. As Dodds has already found Carcass as well. My god, this guy. He is unstoppable. Shocks from ramp, I believe, taking down Icus. Now only Butters remaining here.
And Dodds with a solid 4K just makes it look so easy.
Yes, exactly. Way too easy. As he is drop fragging for his team. 14 kills in 9 rounds.
So, well, both of the players I called out are sort of top fragging there. Lithuania, Icus, unfortunately hasn't managed to put up more on his side, but still, 8 rounds is a very solid hold so far. Lithuania still have options of coming back into this, but they just continue forcing up. And
I don't know if that's going to help them, as they don't have the utility. One more time, they're relying on those battles that you mentioned, that they're trying to win those one-on-ones, but they can't win it. They need to go with the strategic approaches. Here, Vista gets one and almost through the wall there, sprays down the other one. As Carcass still on the outside looking for his lock against Spur, but he only will damage him, and only 2 players will remain in Butters. He's in a bit of a trouble. Like, he's in lobby, which is basically T-sided position, and he's not feeling safe.
Yeah, he's just looking desperately all around and making sure nobody has already pushed through. His Carcass here will be crucial in helping out Butters moving out from those doors, but Dodds one more time, he will inevitably go down to Butters as he does push out, but Bitcher will take him out. So one more time, BESL Sports putting up another round on the board for themselves, and please, Lithuania, take a pause and calm down. You really need to think things over. You can see that they find success towards ramp, but then they have problems towards the lower area. So if you can go down, and if you can smoke off windows and smoke off the left-sided doors, and try and somewhat force the rotation there, like that is potentially a play that you can try to go for, and then see if you can get back towards A side, as now Lamby has managed to find one of the players, but just Bitcher.
Oh yeah, he gets 3. Shocks denies the bomb plant. This is going to be the 10th round. And you're saying, like, they need to figure things out. I believe even in this stage at Lithuania, they are the team that they know what they're doing. Just take pause and just relax for a bit.
Also, something we can note here, well, Lithuania do have an execute towards the outside, so they know how to throw smokes towards the outside area, but they don't have an execute towards A. And that is, I mean, come on guys, like there's 2 sites that you can go to, 2 positions that you really need to try and learn how to abuse on Nuke here. So obviously I don't think Nuke was their pick, but Spirit does manage to find the timing and actually has the balls to stay on top of the blue box there while being fully flashed. Now Bitcher will find lane B in the process despite of Butters finding that kill, and Butters will go down to Shocks as only Icus and Luki remaining here. So far extremely one-sided.
Super one-sided.
And definitely not the direction that we were thinking of it's going to go. So.
Not at all. As Icus has been falling down, but there's already a player behind them. BESL Sports, they're all over this map. Doesn't feel like Lithuania can feel safe anywhere. And you were saying that we haven't even seen, like this time they did drop down the smokes as well. Spare, he stayed there, he still got the kill. There was another player coming in, player already from Secret. So BESL Sports, they're super fast about their rotations. Lithuania doesn't feel like they can deal with them. Even those one-on-one fights, which were supposed to be even, at least in my book, it's not. As Spare's gonna take down Carcass one more time. I'm not sure if he had the off on the outside, but Spare won that duel anyways.
Yeah, Spare just a bit too quick there, but Butters does manage to find Bitcher towards A side here. Dodds, of course, one more time with helping out. He's gonna drop like 20 frags already in this first half.
Yeah.
And That's an accomplishment in itself. Like, is he hashtag 40 bomb? Yes.
Ooh, like on the
But Lithuania need a bit more rounds. Yeah, like Lithuania will need to take more rounds in order for him to drop a 40 bomb. But still, a very pleasant sight to behold to see these WSD Sports players coming back into this, trying to steal away as much valuable rounds as they can, and one more time also the round difference from the from Lithuania.
Yep, exactly. It looks like they want to head towards that ramp. All three players are now positioning themselves there, but there is Vista. He hasn't had too much luck here on ramp position.
But he definitely suspects this push of happening here, and I do prefer this position more than anything else, as he can hear... Does he hear the players? No.
I believe he does not, as they're coming out pretty quietly. As here's going to spawn one, he's going to take down Lamby. He's not looking for the next one, but Ike is going to take him down there in the process. I believe Spare won't be there in time to get the kill, although he just saw the split dropping down. Shucks, he's not in the side, but there is Dodds. He's always all over the place. And Ikas and Butters, you can see they're both low. 20 HP on both ends. As Spare is going to take down Ikas. Only Butters remaining. Dodds should just push this one, but it's going to be Spare with the kill. Of course, why not? 12-1. We still have 2 more rounds to play in this half. Could this be 14-1 half?
At this stage, definitely.
And it was Lithuania only winning the first round. It has been 12 rounds in a row for WSD Sports.
Yeah.
How can you not take a tactical timeout just then and there?
I mean, sometimes you just kind of forget that thing exists. like legit, I've been in games where you forget that there is a thing such as pauses. Now both dogs finding 2 kills towards doors here, and Spirit also managed to find one more player, and instantly Butters does manage to return back a frag here in the in favor of Lithuania. Excuse me, as now Bitcher with the time push will find another one for WSD Sports, and that is going to be Icos in a 1 versus 4 situation here, and definitely not a situation that you're going to feel comfortable with, knowing how comfortable exactly WSD Sports feel with their timings. As you can see, Vista just pushing up, doesn't even really care that he's making a lot of noise in the process here, and WSD Sports are looking to show us how insane their hold is on the CT side so far. And one more time, they're not doing... Also, nothing out of the ordinary, but they are very on point with their timed rotations, and you can see that Dodds is instantly there to help, either towards the outside or towards a side if something goes wrong here.
That is the case. Let's see, Spur, can he find the first kill? He misses the timing, has to come back as he now spotted a player on the roof. He's going to look for the head, misses the shot there. Not too much to hit, as now the player is going to push on forward. There's going to be Bitcher with the kill already from the A main. Only 3 players inside of Lithuania remain. And now let's see who's going to be. His Butter stays down 1, but Shucks instantly with the kill back. Can Lamby find Vista here? As he's not even looking to do that. Now Vista did spot him, but you can see almost no damage dealt. Icus here from the outside with that scout. What is his end game as he's going to take down Dodds? Okay, that's at least something going the way of Lithuania here in the last round of the first half. Let's just see. As now Lamby, he's going to go down, and Icus, he's one more time in a world of trouble.
I'm actually surprised Lamby didn't find that kill, didn't get that kill in that situation. I feel like he had the upper hand. Ike's trying to go for that cheeky flash behind his back and try and run out with the timing. But 14-1, an extremely dominant half coming out from this side of WSD Sports.
If you are any other team in Baltic State Season 2, do you now type in your books, don't play Nuke against WSD Sports?
Yes, this is the moment you do it. Unless you have prepared for Nuke, and I feel like there are still a few teams that can definitely do that. But obviously Nuke is a map that you're going to have a hard time even finding practice matches on.
Yeah, as well.
That's historically also been one of the problems why a lot of teams don't practice it that much.
But they're moving in, as there's going to be 3 players left alive for WSD Sports, 3 players, only 2 players left alive for Lithuania. As now Lamby, he's coming in, he gets dropped down. 1v2 situation, Ikas almost does it. Almost. You can see Shucks, 4 kills in that round. 4 kills.
All I see is Lithuania's hopes and dreams just vanishing.
Yep, exactly. So 15-1, last chance for Lithuania, and as you can see, they are on now Deagles. They are pretty good with them, so we might see a bit closer situation here. But even then, it's I just don't believe that at this stage. And boy, were we wrong with our predictions here. We're wrong.
Shock's finding Lukia already towards outside as Butters with the 5-7 does return the favor back towards Bitcher, but Vista finding another one and Butters returning back. So still a 3 versus 3 situation happening here. Butters in a world of trouble with his health bar, but he spotted the bomb, so he knows the players need to come back for it. And Vista now being in a site in heaven, just checking out the actual site and making sure no players have left behind. And obviously this should ring alarm bells for them that the bomb most likely has been located. Ikas here being the first point of contact will need to instantly turn around here as Bird with the smoke actually fakes out a position change from Butters in that situation. That's it, 16-1.
What? Like what? We like there's almost no game, okay, at least not this game, that should go 16-1. Even the previous season was 16-5, which as well was kind of stumped from was Sports on Train, but this was just insane.
I'm disappointed.
Right.
I'm genuinely...
This was your match of the week.
It was my match of the week. I was like, yay, finally, good CS. What is this? What is this? What do you mean?
No idea, man.
16-1. So they lost only one round, and that only one round was not even a gun round. It was like a pistol round. The first...
Yeah, Valsport just won 60 rounds in a row to show that they are back. They are back, and they're a force to be reckoned with. And now I believe our predictions might not go all the way towards...
So to just quickly recover, so fair enough, Lithuania did go out with a nice solid quick aggression towards ramp. You can actually see that Ikas also didn't purchase any armor there. I believe that was not by mistake, and just to make sure that he has some extra cash in his pocket. They went towards ramp, they managed to secure quick kills in that situation and eventually managed to win it out. And yay, happy days, but that's all she wrote. I mean, from that point on, everything just went down. They lost the next following round, and they were like, okay, cool, we'll get back into this. And then they lost the next full buy round after that one. Didn't work out. Didn't make any adjustments, and the longer time passed, the more individual plays they started to make, which makes me believe they weren't even talking things over between themselves. They were just like continuing to force the same situations happening over and over again in hopes of something changing, which is just madness. So,
and I don't know how much Lithuania takes out from this game for the rest of the season if they will meet Sports one more time. There's not too much you can tell from it, right?
Well, the biggest take they should have is prepare your T side on you, because I mean, for WAS Sports, definitely you can say that their CT side is dangerous. On the T side, you can't really say much here. I mean, being at a scoreline of 14-1 when you start your second half, you sort of gonna inevitably win most likely. So I mean. As long as you don't let go of the pressure and still stay composed as you have throughout the match, then I mean you're gonna win that one, no doubt about it. So,
but I believe players, at least Lithuanian players, want to kind of forget about this game. Maybe
I would go get drunk after something like that
as well. But we could go out and eat as well. But why should we go somewhere if we can order Volt?
Yeah, sure. Order me some food.
I
ruined it, but hashtag Volt in the chat, and we'll be back after a brief pause when we're going to see Figure of 5 playing versus Balsam.
That should be an interesting one.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Lešik, butik, jau visi redzēts.
thriller, killer. Tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret. Viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy. Jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
Reaching out, and my heart is with you. So much in between, things we've never seen. You're a mirage that my mind can't see through. Are you here with me? One day we can see. And all my life, unbroken ways. But I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. And all my life, unbroken ways. But I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. Yeah, I know that time makes ways. All my life, unbroken
something. Oh baby, won't you say something? No running, you got me thinking about the state I'm in. Going back to that place we met. Yeah, I've been feeling lost somewhere deep within. No, I can't turn back, I need that grin, that loving. You say you want it, baby, take this in. You're feeling spent, but I know you want it, I know you want it. Oh girl, you know what I've been through. I don't know if I can do this on my own, no. Oh baby, tell me what to do. I don't know if I can do this on my own, no. I've been drinking, think I'm faded way too much, don't think I'll make this on my own, no. Well fuck it, I'm just saying I don't know if I can go through this alone, on my own. Oh no, no, no.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2. Before we start our rants, remember about the Volt giveaway. Just type in the chat hashtag Volt to be able to win the 10 euros that Volt is offering to you today. But for now, we still have 2 matches ahead of us. It's going to be Volts against F05 and then Joggers against Not Like This. But let's first talk about Volts versus F05.
Yeah, so the map that they're actually going to play is going to be Train.
Yes.
So Train is an interesting map because actually both of these teams have played already Train.
Yeah.
And so far both of them have found victories, but Volsung actually also lost in overtime to eSports, if I'm correct.
It could have been on, you mean season 1?
No, in this season.
In this season. That could have been the case, but I don't recall it. Oh yeah,
Actually,
yeah, well, wasn't like 19 to 16? Something along those lines.
Something along those lines. So obviously Volsung, I feel like, still have the upper hand in this map just off the fact of what their playstyle is. And one more time, we should see, personally just going to go ahead and say it. I feel like they should win in a relatively quick fashion on this map.
Okay.
I just feel like they have stronger players on their side that have more experience in terms of how to approach this map, or definitely can hold their positions more solidly. And especially, like, I mean, on the side of Volsung, every single player can go, for example, B and just hold the site on their own.
Yeah, as well, they can switch things up if it's not working for one. But let's check out the players that we're going to see today in this game. So on the side of Volsung, we have Husky, Yekinder, Kri, Viscus, and Brocky.
Yeah, and the side of F05, we're going to see Amont, Wave, Kaitz, Cho, and JL.
F05, they have showed a lot of promise, but as already mentioned before, I don't know if it was mentioned, that F05 are now going to have tougher and tougher opponents ahead of them, and this is going to be the first one, so they should put all eggs in the basket and pull forward,
in this train, and win on the actual train.
Yeah.
But speaking of F05, I feel like both Amont, Kaitz should really show up for this match in order for them to have a chance.
Kaitz especially.
Of winning this one. And Kaitz obviously needs to go huge with that AVP player. JL also one more time is going to be a crucial factor here. Cho, I mean, we've seen him find good timings beforehand, and Train is definitely a map where you can lurk successfully on if you know your timing's right. So Wave has been a huge factor frag-wise on his rifles, so realistically, I mean, all these players should show up, but as I feel like the one who should start it off should be Kaitz with the AVP, and start to make those plays on these longer ranges. Now, the question is, one more time, and this is unfortunately that we have seen something historically happening here throughout these matches. For the most part, you don't really see teams that prepared for their T side. I mean, I know that strats, like old school strats where you have like set plays that you are executing almost regardless of what the enemy is doing, is sort of out of the meta right now. But at the same time, when things start failing and not going your way, you should have something like this in your pocket. Otherwise, you're just not going to find a way to come back into the game. So
it's going to be super tough against Volsung as well.
Yeah, exactly. And one more time, these players, they're not going to be the ones that are most likely fall for quick rotations or for a simple fake. You really need to throw them off in order to cause over rotations happening. And we've seen that that this is most likely not going to be the case just off the fact of how Volsung have played overpass.
Yeah.
So that is also one map that is a bit, like a lot more than Train, in my opinion, rotation based.
Yeah.
So knowing how to approach Train is going to be crucial for either of these teams. Obviously, I would like to see smokes towards the A site. I feel like you should have definitely a smoke towards Connector, smoke towards Ivy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then afterwards, just a payload of flashes when you are getting into the actual site. Also curious to see who on the CD side of either team is going to be playing close towards that pop dog area. So where the stairs go down, because that is a crucial hole to have.
I can't recall who was that guy who was playing, because whoever that guy is, he's also playing towards towards main.
Yeah.
As he usually tries to rotate around that electro position and everything else. And do you think Yakinder should be the guy there?
Yakinder, Kree could also do it.
Yeah.
Kree is extremely calm and collected in those situations. We've seen previously that Yakinder in certain situations, especially on the T side, has had, well, I cannot really say issues, but he's like overextending certain situations and overconfident in that situation. I understand the confidence is cool, and you should go for those things, but if he starts doing it too much here on this map, that also could bite the back of Balsam here. So it is going to be slightly dependent on how they decide to approach this T side. Still though, I mean, it should be a collected approach towards B. I mean, you can throw a lot of fakes towards A and then go B, and even double fakes and so on and so on. So one of the scenarios I actually like is if two people can manage to get into upper halls B, without obviously losing either one of them. If they can start
from CT side.
From the T side.
From the T side, okay.
Yeah, so if from the terrorist side they manage to get in upper halls towards B and start to execute towards the side, the CTs, unless they've pushed up close, won't know exactly how many players are. So that will definitely force at least one man's rotation.
Yeah.
And if you get your timings right and say get three people through Ivy, then the A side is essentially open from that point in time, because the player from Connector is going to go towards B. One player from A side is most likely going to stay closer towards Connector or towards the actual site, meaning that leaves only one man towards Ivy.
Yeah, exactly.
So like if that sort of pressure can be put upon them, happy days. So
in my head, if Volsung will take the CT side, if they win the knife round, they go for CT side. And as well, we're already seeing this, that they are pretty active towards those B apartments, B halls.
Yeah.
So when it's going to be figure of 5 trying to set up towards the A player and everything else, I think Volsung will quickly realize what's happening, putting one player up in front, having the second player towards B as well. So here is definitely the case of how fast figure of 5 can stabilize their positions for this setup to happen.
And also, something that's a lot of the times not talked about is the post-plant positionings coming out from the either side of these players. So in Train, really your post-plant positions and what you do after plant, it brings a lot of consequences always. So like if you get the bomb down on bomb side B, and then afterwards, if you are the only man pushing forward, you shouldn't really be in a position, well, you shouldn't really attempt to make any sort of crazy plays on your own unless the opportunity presents itself. So as in, if you literally, of course, have a player walking with his side towards you, of course, go for the kill. Yeah. But if you see two players, a lot of the times you see that it really pays off to actually wait further on what is going to happen, because backstabbing these players without them knowing that you're walking literally side by side and having only like a train cart in between you two guys will bring you more benefit.
As well, we have seen, and I believe I've seen Volsung do this as well. When they plant in the B side, they rarely push the players up in front. They more so like to put the player on the right side of the sites where you can go near the connector entrance of B site. And as well, they like put players just near those trains, so they're not eager to push up in front of them. They know that the players have to come there. They're pretty sure about that execute as well. And having the player in B halls as well with the Molotov ready, if the worst happens.
Well, classic, but
yeah. And we've seen as well, like with the, I can't remember which team was it, but he had a crazy play where there was smoke dropped down, everything just fell in place as the Molotov jumped down. Instantly, the smoke, they managed to defuse the bomb. I believe even Ninja defused. So, as just mentioned before, like the timings and everything else, the preparation for the post-plant situation as well, so you don't have to use your utility too fast. Do you think it's going to be a figure of 5 using IV a lot? As you've seen, some teams like all the time put a player, at least one player there, and some teams kind of like either they go 3 players there or no one goes there.
I feel like you should always have a presence towards Ivy just to keep the player at bay there, so he doesn't peek towards middle too much. Because if the Ivy player can support middle a lot, it's so much harder to get out.
And pop dog as well. Basically, Ivy guy is almost trying to get that pop dog player all the time. So that is a very important thing to do. Hopefully, Figure 05 will do that if they start on that T side. Do you think Balsam will be too sad about starting on T side if they lose knife round?
They're not going to be too upset about it, but obviously it's going to be an inconvenience, because if Figure 05 manage to secure enough rounds on their side, and afterwards when they switch sides, if Volsung's economy gets reset at any point in time, that's a dangerous slope. So you never really want, on this map, you don't really want to start as T. I feel like regardless what the situation is. Yeah,
and we saw the game, my team was against Figure 05, my teams were just, I believe it was Mirage?
Yes.
Where they were just stomping them, so not at first. Figure 05 showed some promise at first, then Mighty Wolves came back. Do you think this scenario could happen here as well? Do you think Volsung could be easily thrown off with the first few rounds that Figure 05 have prepared?
Maybe. I mean, Volsung are probably not expecting super aggression coming out from them. Most likely they are expecting something like a B rush in the first round coming out from Figure 05 here. What else could they use into throwing off? I mean, if they manage to continuously secure pop dog position, and as the terrorists get down in the lower area already towards the A site, and just establish themselves there and try to work as a split towards the side from that position, that also could be something that could potentially be a problem, because a lot of the teams that know how to quickly gain control over towards pop dog and then afterwards quickly do an execute, a lot of the times it causes a lot of chaos, just because you can throw a smoke that falls between Electro and the right hand wall towards the A site if you're looking from the pop dog, and then afterwards enemy players don't know how many players are actually getting out of pop dog, and combined flashes over towards the A side can still work as a very good fake. And obviously having the stairs there towards towards the B halls again, and to actually offers opportunity to quickly rotate towards B again, so you can essentially it's a nightmare for the connector player. Because whoever's going to be playing on CT in connector is going to be like, okay, so which site do I go to? Because everything's happening everywhere, and I don't know where should I be going. And obviously, one more time, that stairway alone, if you have control over it, you can quickly rotate between these two sites, meaning that double fakes is definitely something that's on the table here. Exactly, and we're all the time as well seeing the connector player. He basically moves from the smallest thing that is happening. Like if there's a flash coming into the site, he's gonna instantly move towards that site. Just check it out. Because most of them, because the rotation is pretty fast there, so you won't be too sad to miss the first opportunity if they're on the fake. Because usually the smoke drop down, and then all players kind of disabled there, and he has to find the right position to. I mean, one more time, option number 2 that we might see happening here is that Volsung do the same thing what eSports did to Lithuania. Because they definitely have the potential to do that in this game as well. If so, that also would be a sight to behold. I mean, they yesterday showed that they are very capable of doing so, destroying not like this. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't happen again. So prediction-wise, I mean, what are your predictions for this map? Well, I'm going to give it to Volsung, as I know they're trained, they're really capable, and with the players of Korea and Yakinder, it should be their game. And I'm going to say 16-5. Okay. Yeah, well, this is train. Of course, if Figure 05 start on the CT side, I might be in a bit of a trouble, as I still think they will put up a fight if they manage to get that CT side. That is kind of my opinion in the situation. And you? I am going to one-up you on that one, and I am going to say it's going to be 16-6. Okay. Just because I feel like Figure 05 might do something funky with Volsung's economy at one point in time, and that means I was already thinking about which one of these players you would definitely put up 50-50 kind of scenario, in duels. Like JL easily could kill off every single one in the 1-on-1 duel. Ament as well, but we have seen Cho perform, but he has been pretty quiet. He's been just like the backup rifle. Kind of.
in a way. And Wave as well, like he picks up the AWP from time to time, has been good, has had some fluke situations. So I'm really thinking how is this going to go in that scenario, because also they're going to be, in my opinion, fast. So
yeah,
it's going to really rely on that aim battles.
What do you think about player-wise from the side of Volsung? Who could really show up here?
I think that it has to be Yakinder, just because of his like fast rotations and everything else, and how confident he is in his game. Because as I mentioned, if he's going to be put towards either IV or B, he instantly already can grab a hold of and so much information just pushing in aggressively. I believe he has that confidence to push in aggressively and win those battles as well. Kind of don't want to take out Brocky. I think like Yakinder and Brocky, those two players should have the best chances on this map, in my opinion.
So that's just double checking here. I just recalled the actual game. So it was actually Overpass where Volsung lost to eSports. But they won over Team Red Eye on Train with the scoreline of 16-6. So definitely familiar with something along those lines. I'm just going to quickly see one more time. So Figure of 5 won Train against Skinlords 16-10.
Okay, so they had to battle it out against Skinlords. That is
excuse me, 19-16. It was overtime.
19-16. Oh, okay, even overtime. So Figure of 5, they know how to play Train.
It's Skinlords.
It's the second place in season 1.
Yeah, second place in season 1, and then you never know what the hell is gonna happen with these guys. They're like, one day they play like pros, the other day they just tilt the hell out of themselves, and you just don't know what's gonna happen. So perhaps it was just one of those games where they were tilted as hell, and it still took a very long time for Figure of 5 to come back into this. But obviously, still a victory is a victory, so they did secure it against season 1 second place.
I'm thinking about like Volsung, since they had that. You said it against Team Red Eye. They played on Train, right? 16-6. 16-6. Do you think Volsung will go into this game with a different mindset that they went into the team against Red Eye? Because Figure of 5 at the moment they are in fourth place there.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have that mindset like we have to win this one because this is the top of the standings at the moment? There's no other way. We have to be on top of our game here.
Of course, yes, because obviously this is already week 3 is, I mean, your last hope where
in a way
you should really start to make crucial changes happening, and also the same point in time where you start to establish your position in the standings. So this week really is extremely important for either of these teams, or any team for that matter. And after this point on, it's a lot is going to be also on this round difference. So one more time, apart from actually winning the game, you also need to secure as many rounds as you can. Otherwise, when it really comes to matter here, and you can see points-wise in the standings, there's not that much chaos happening. I mean, all the teams are essentially just like a victory apart for the most part.
Or even like 1 point. Just
consequently, when you're looking down towards the tableau. So, I mean, you really want to win these matches here. And one more time for Volsung, I do hope that they show up today. As I said, I don't really see any reason as to why not. Hence our predictions for this match here. Something interesting as well, for Volsung players, you don't see a lot of lurking happening.
Not too much. They push for that information, but they get back in time.
Yeah, they prefer playing as a unit for the actual whole continuous round, and very rarely, at least so far in BSL, perhaps in other matches they have a different sort of approach. But so far for BSL, you don't see that many lurks happening. Brocky occasionally walks off some here, but that's usually because he has like a deagle or something, so he's just hunting for those kills more actively in that situation.
I'm not quite sure how long Brocky played with Volsung before playing here in the Baltic State Season 2, but do you think he has no problem fitting into that roster?
Well, so far play-wise, it definitely looks like he fits in. I cannot say that he's somewhat playing out of line or he doesn't fit in the general play style of this team. He definitely has his explosiveness and does remind me of Yakinder a little while back.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, at least how he approaches the game and what sort of type of kills he puts up on the scoreboard. Because I mean, you have Husky, who's more like a universal player around the board. Viscus is a stable rifler for them. Kree is just a dude that whose hands just never shake.
Yeah. That guy knows how to do it.
Just dead inside. And Yakinder always eager to prove himself. And then you have Rocky, the addition that
also wants to prove himself most definitely here.
Of course.
This is his one of the, I believe, first tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. Like probably he has played some before, but of this magnitude in a way.
As a league, well, undoubtedly, most likely has played others as well, but to this extent, might be his first one. On the side of Figure 05 here, still one more time, huge props to Kai. It's a player that showed up this season. We had no idea what to expect from him, and he has definitely justified his stay here.
The same goes for JL.
Yeah.
As well, a name that we were not familiar with, but has shown that we should know him. Definitely should know, and the force to be reckoned with. As well, there is the Amants, who we know for a long time. He had one of the most flashiest plays at the end of the season one. We were like, why wasn't he like that the whole season? And at the end of the season, he kind of pulled his strings together and everything worked out.
I mean, usually you get flashy plays out of yourself when you feel no pressure amongst your on you. So being in a position where it doesn't nothing else matters anymore, like the song, then obviously good things come out of it. And that's also one of the reasons why a lot of people say you should always try and approach this game in a calm, collective manner. For the most part, you don't see, like if you watch a lot of pro players play, even on the big stages, and the ones that are making huge plays, even when the huge plays are happening, you can see it's full focus mode, and you are
completely.
And it's not in a way where you are in the actual screen, apart from a few guys, which I actually feel like they should go and see a doctor because of how close they're sitting to the actual screen. But apart from that fact, they always seem calm.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't look too frustrated without major situations, apart from a few players that would stand out in the general scene.
And as well, and even when they are in that really hard focus situation where they need to perform, they win the round and they're just like, nice. That's it. And they forget about that round. There's the next round ahead of them.
That brings to my mind where Happy in the lineup of what was after Titans? Envious, yeah. When Happy was in Envious and he scored something like a 4K or a 5K with the Deagle, and he just smiled and went like, "Boop."
Yep.
And I was like, okay, you're just playing on the main stage. That's all there is to it. So we are still. Are we all in? Or?
All the players are in.
Okay, so we'll be jumping into this match finally here. One more time, Volsung versus Figure 05 on train. Week number 3, extremely important for either of these teams. Figure 05, first big test, definitely one of the guys that can also contend the first place and go definitely for proper final standings here at the end of this season, as well as definitely can fight for a spot in the finals here.
So now let's see the knife round. Have they been preparing the knife round? Because see two players on the train, so they try to approach this a bit different way. At first expect it's going to be two players only left alive on. There's going to be Volsung winning it, so they will probably start on that CT side. Would you be super surprised to see them start on T side?
Sorry?
Would you be super surprised to see Volsung after winning the knife round starting on T side?
Yes, I would be extremely surprised. I don't think
that shouldn't happen, right?
That is not a risk you want to take, not at this stage where you need points and you need rounds, as many rounds as you can obtain. You just don't want to go for that, so why would you?
Exactly, but they're taking their time, and finally they're going to switch their side. So it's going to be also started on CT side. And now let's see. Hopefully the game will start soon, as yes, exactly, that's going to be the case any moment now.
I would like to see from Figure 5 actually like surprising me, and instead of rushing B, just going out all out aggression through main.
Yeah, that can work out, but you always have to be pretty careful. Like playing against Volsung, aren't you kind of scared about the player who could be in connector and just like?
Yeah, but you can see, well, Volsung are not going to be picking up any nades in the first round here, so they just picked up armors, meaning that Kayitz has a smoke and 2 flashbangs, and he's going to be heading towards. He's going to be actually staying on A, so this is going to be a fake towards A, and it is going to be executed by the Kinder, looking for that information, looking to find these players. Spots one and will fall back instantly, looking to run away, but he gets stuck.
Yeah, the jumping did not help him out as the bomb is making its way towards that B site. As we can see at the moment, there is Figure 05 checking the behind lines. If anyone's pushing, you can see Balsam, as you already said, as a unit. They rotate towards B, but instantly, as there's no instant threat there, they instantly get back, group themselves together. Now I'm just going to look. It looks like, to stop the A push from happening, as they're going to move out from the Pop Dog. The smoke is going to be there. Husky, trying to get those kills, but Kree and Brocky are going to be the ones that are going to find it. As now JL in a big trouble, but he's going to get 2. It's going to be 2v3 situation, as it's only going to be Husky and Kree remaining. You see now Kree looking for the kill, is going to find Kai, looking for the next one, almost taking down JL, but it's not going to be all on Husky, the man has been talking about, but no luck there. Ament with the last 2 kills and the score 1-0, and oh my god, JL, impressive.
A very nicely prepared round from Figure 05. Unlucky for Yakinder that he actually got stuck in that situation. Yes. He shouldn't have jumped up when he landed on foot there, and he would have actually gotten away in that situation. So that, of course, just proved that, well, essentially Figure 05 just traded it out. But now Brocky with the scout peeking towards T main here, doesn't spot any player just yet, and for a second was thinking of rotating towards B here, but the bomb is dropped, and obviously Figure 05 players are just waiting for pushes at this stage, which looks so far unlikely that Walsung were offered. But as I say that, Husky finds a free kill on Zakaids there, and JL will take him down. That's also information gained for the Viskas that's close by towards Team A.
He will spot the player. He's gonna find a kill against Joe. Great job as
and he does the same thing again.
Yes.
He actually gets stuck again. Oh, you can just stop, man.
Stop jumping. That's not the best thing for you to do. As now the bomb, it looks like slowly is gonna try to make its way towards that B side. Could this be JL just opening up A? And then they could rotate, as there is Viskas with a CZ ready for someone to drop down. As I believe, did he spot? But no, it's going to be Kree who's going to take down JL. And now definitely this is going to be the B side hit, where there's going to be 2 players ready and Viskas as well. Instantly, when the smokes or anything is going to get dropped down towards the B side, he should go up the stairs and try to backstab him. That's going to be exactly what he's going to do. But let's just see now, Yakinder, he is checking that upper position. He's going to see Waves going to take him down, and Brocky is going to kill off Ament. Quick comeback there from Volsung to make the score 1-1.
Yeah, so excellent plays coming out from them. Obviously, as I already said beforehand, keeping calm, keeping collected, and finding the right timings for pushes. Props to Yakinder finding that kill there, as well as that was Husky towards Team A, and I think that found the kill there in that situation. So now, Figure 05's economy has been slightly set back here, as Yakinder is going to be in for a test, obviously dropping that Molotov, looking to see if anyone is going to be pushing through here. Now Brocky quickly realizing that a lot of players are coming through upper here, as Yakinder will find 2, but he will go down to Amon. That's one of the AKs retrieved on their side, as Brocky with the nade.
He's risking so much, but so much damage dealt by that grenade. You can see only 2 players will remain alive for the Figure 05 side. It's going to be 2v3 situation. Kai Tiki gets the skill. This could be good, but no, Visca's going to take him down. Only Amon remaining with the AK. Does not hit the first player, as there are already other players looking towards his position. He's going to find Husky. He's going to look for the kill on his Viscas, but that's not going to be the case.
And Volsung slightly risking there. I mean, you had 3 flashbangs on your side. Why wouldn't you just use one of them to just secure the kill? You already know the position of the guy, and if he goes behind the train, he's stuck even more. And on top of things, you have another player close by there, so slightly risking it, considering how much health they had, but good things come to an end, and so did that round. So Figure 05 have been reset one more time into a pistol round. They, just off the back of those bomb plans, they have been able to buy a few pistols more here in that situation. JL quickly finding a kill here as the double push come out. I'm not a fan of the double push against pistols. Why?
Yeah, they want to get information. Now they're going to get the kills, as Brocky has already found 2. There is Kree looking for the kill on Amon, but Amon's going to win in that duel with the Deagle. Now 2v3, still some damage that could be dealt, as Brocky and Yakinder both find the kill. Right as I say that, no chance for Figure 05. Let's take this one down.
So does Kaids go for an AVP now? No, he actually goes for a rifle. So no AVP yet on the terrorist side, indicating that this most likely is going to be inevitably a organized push towards the site, and not really looking for any super early entries, apart from, one more time, as I said, unless the situation presents itself, a deep Molotov towards T main is going to prevent from any of these players coming out quickly here.
This
As
Yekinder's position, it's just so hard for Figure 5 to play against this. Like, he's all the time there. He's all the time trying to make the move onto this position. As now, I believe, did he hear the player? Oh, he's going to get there in time. Can he spot him? He's going to look for the kill, but no, Joe is going to win in that duel. As now, they're looking probably to hit that A side if it's possible. But Husky's already probably gone pretty far. He's going to win against the duel against JL. Instant smoke drop down. As now, Wave, I believe that he has probably no chance here to get anything done through that smoke. Joe should do a lot here from this position. If he goes out from Pop Dog and if someone pushes out Husky from that A main position, this could definitely work out.
Amond actually managed to find Kree towards Ivy here, and this is the moment where Figure 5 players should be gathering as a unit. You can see that even Amond will be falling back towards Team Main here, as you already have Cho down in this Pop Dog position, checking to see if anyone has pushed up close, and Wave with the bomb is going to be heading first here. Sometimes players forget that if a bomb is seen on train, that is definitely going to cause a rotation, as Husky now has managed to find Amond in this situation, and that means the players are trickling out here. Brocky actually misses 2 shots in that situation, and a Molotov instantly deployed here. The terrorists are pushing towards the oil train, as now Brocky will find the first kill, somehow stays alive, but Wave will take him down. Obviously the terrorist positions are known here. Whiskas finds a solid shot here, and Wave in a 1 versus 2 clutch situation here will need to find the players, but Husky with a solid headshot one more time. A solid 3K coming out from him, and obviously very good news for Balsam and holding off this first buy round.
Yeah, it looks really good actually for Figure 5 with their first few entries. They're even getting Kree towards that Ivy position. Definitely a player that you want to take out first.
I just realized that they were double pushing B side against those pistols because they did have that bomb plan, so they thought that they might have forced up. They won't have a lot of nades, as in they're just going to have AKs and armors, and obviously getting quick through 2 kills without any nades prevents any further activities from the terrorist side here. So Brocky with the AVP in a slightly unorthodox angle here will let JL out, but the grenade prevents JL from seeing Husky, who's standing literally there, and it was just an awkward standoff here. I feel like Yekinder should just let go for a round or 2 with these pushes. I mean,
why? It's working out.
Please, throw the nade. He threw the nade. Thank you.
And almost no damage, though.
It deals no
That's
damage.
a magical wall there on train, if you didn't know. It's a magical wall.
Luckily, he doesn't know the fact. Otherwise, that's a tilter one more time. As one more time, we're going to be looking for Figure 5 players heading into B here. Yekinder looking to find kills, but is unsuccessful in doing so far. But Brocky comes out with the help of Viscus as well in that situation. Yekinder will go down, but Viscus finding his 2nd and 3rd in this round. Viscus going huge for his team there. In that situation, and one more time, weapons retrieved, nades retrieved, and you can see Volsung don't really need to buy back much, and also Yekinder sitting on plenty of money, and so are his teammates.
Yep, and I think this is the moment that Figure 5 should realize that they can't win in situation 5v5 against Volsung. They need to have that up.
Yeah, and look at Kait's.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to pick up the op. He needs to have it so he could be flashy one more time and go for those early kills, because with the early kills, there should some confidence should come like as well. But here we can see it doesn't feel like Figure 5 are kind of too eager to change things up just now.
Oh, Yekinder, you are the nightmare of enemy players, but Wave already expecting it, and this should be the final alarm bells for him to stop pushing every single round, or at least just push from the other side, like the upper.
As well, that is also a choice. You don't get too much information from that, and you can't really backstab anyone from there.
Yeah.
So he has to figure out what he wants more.
Okay, well, the bomb is still down towards Team Main, still a full minute and 10 seconds on the clock here, as the terrorist players are starting to slowly, it looks like, are going to be favoriting the A side here, with Kayit's positioning himself toward that Ivy position, making sure nobody's pushing for information there, and Kree is unlikely to do so. Also, he has another teammate by his side towards Ivy, and you can see Volsung are actually going to be gambling this one.
Ooh, they're going to put 2 players towards that B side. Oh no, Husky, he just switches his position as... Okay, they put Kree in the side, so now Husky's going to be the guy on the Ivy, but he's not going to be as aggressive as Kree was towards that position. Now you can see, I believe the bomb is also making its way towards the side. Kree has to be pretty careful. The smoke that will help him out a bit, Will he actually push through this one? As he's gonna move in, Viscas already has found the first kill. Kree moving on, he will spot the player. That's a bomb also dropped down. And now Husky, if he push through this smoke, he'll find 2 players just on the plate for him. As he's gonna find one, looking for the second. Eamon's gonna win in that duel. It's gonna be 2v3 situation. Eamon with 1 more kill, but there comes in Viscas. He's gonna take him down, only Vey remaining.
And there's no time, and of course Kree will shut it out. Brocky overpeaked in that situation. He shouldn't have repeaked in that moment. The terrorists were already under pressure. They had something like around 16, 17 seconds left on the clock in that situation, so there's no point of repeaking rather than try and kill them off after the time actually finishes, and that would be bigger damage to them. Regardless though, Figure of 5 one more time on pistols here, have managed to pick up a few nades. We'll be heading towards Ivy here. Kree will be definitely tested in this round as the bomb has been dropped off here, and he spots 1, 2, 3, 4 players here. Does manage to find 2, 3 in that situation, as only Wave will inevitably take him down. Whisk is looking to find a timing on the player in Pop Dog here, but that is going to be Cho walking back towards the bomb as they're looking to group up.
And this time it's Husky, not Yakinder, making his way here as he's looking for the kill, and he will find it in the end against Cho, and only Wave remaining with that CZ. It's gonna be pretty tough, as I believe he's now being picked, and yes, as he peeks out, 2 players are ready to shoot him down. It's gonna be 7-1 in favor of Volsung, and now finally Kayets picks up that up.
Like instantly.
Yeah,
he's
like,
even past the 007 phase. He's already agent number 8.
Oh, that is super unfortunate, I have to say.
Yeah.
That's good for your morale.
He is going to be heading towards the T-main here. Now, they do know that Volsung like to Molotov deep, and that means that he won't be able to come back. He actually tags Brocky, but unfortunately for him, doesn't manage to eliminate him, as now Kree, unluckily, timings for him. JL going huge, finding 2 kills as well. And now Yakinder is the only man standing between a Figure of 5, finding the second round, and he needs to go huge here. He's gonna...
he's not gonna realize that Cho could be there. This is the time where Volsung overextended. They pushed Ivy, they pushed B house, like they pushed everywhere. Kind of an okay idea to stop the enemy buy rounds from happening, but this was just a disaster.
I have my famous not like this position.
Your famous not like this position, exactly. And as well, Kayeti, when with that up, he only got that assist.
Tag, yeah.
Only the assist. Quite unfortunate, as now also they're going to pick up 2 ops, and I believe no too many overextended pushes will happen just now. Well, let's see.
Yeah, two AVPs are definitely a viable play coming out here. Is obviously on either side you can use them, and on top of things like having the range advantage, not allowing the terrorist players to get up and close, means that you can early on favor your team. This does look like it's going to be a B execute. As you can see, all 5 players are here, and Yakinder and Brocky both will be tested. I feel like Yakinder is in a very solid position here to deal a lot of damage.
Definitely.
He's not going to be flashed here. Does manage to find the first thing, and will find the second kill, and these players will go down to him as only 2 players remain here.
My goodness, Yakinder, he almost gets the ace.
I actually choked on that one.
Almost. My god, like how long of a time period did it ask for Figure of 5 to actually know where Yakinder is shooting from? As here Cho realized that Viscas is backstabbing them, so 1v2. He has 28 HP, and he has the bomb that's dropped down, I believe, on the train or the right side to him. I'm not quite sure. As here you can see Husky, he's gonna push on forward, and instantly he's gonna take him down, so 7-2. The economy will be reset one more time.
Funny enough, Yakinder in that situation actually got the kill on the player that was behind the player he was shooting with the USB, and I was that was the moment where I almost choked, because that didn't look like that it is going to hit the other dude. No way, and that was a headshot, of course, as always. So
this works out. This works out. 8-2. Volsung are looking pretty damn strong here in Figure of 5. They need only 2 more rounds to feel comfortable on CT side, right?
More or less, yeah, definitely playing against Volsung. But if Volsung do manage to secure this round here, that means most likely Figure of 5 are not going to be... They'll get like max 1 more round in this half, because they won't have the money for it to come back into this one. And Brocky already finding the kill onto Wave here, as well as Ament, and Viscas will go down to jail, but instantly trades coming through here, both from Cho and Kai. It's still a 2 versus 2 situation. Yakinder has loads of nades available, and he's actually an Ivy here in this round as Husky is making his way over. The bomb was dropped down towards Pop Dog, so the position is known for the bomb, and Yakinder is just checking for the cross.
That's going to be it as Husky. He's just going to check if anyone's coming closer towards the site. And here, Cho, he definitely should check out that Ivy position. Has to be pretty careful about it. And here's really good, great positions here for Volsung. Let's just see if it will work out. Yekinar is going to spot the player, he's going to take the kill. Good job there. Was looking to get some more information there. Do you think that was a bit too close for comfort?
Yeah, that was not like this moment again.
Yes, here Kayitz, he's going to take down Yekinar, so it's going to be 1v1.
And you can see Kayitz has no idea where the player might be. And Husky also... What?
Did he fall asleep in that scenario? How can you do it? As he's not going to just look for the USPS? No. This just did not happen. That
not
didn't happen,
like
right?
this? Like...
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's disappointing in that situation. I feel like Husky also knows that he 100% shouldn't have gotten that kill there. As they have now, finally, Volsung have been set back, and means that Figure of 5 are most likely looking towards more like 5, even potentially 6 rounds in this half if they do things correctly. Nades being thrown forward here, Cho looking to see if he can open up the side, as the remainder of these teammates are going to be trickling out of this pop dog position. Whiskers does find one, gets the second quickly there, looking to pick up the AK and looking to find his third. Cree will take him down in the lineup.
1v1 now, Cree with the P250 against JL, who has the AK, is already making his way towards that B side. And here, Cree, he should just take his time, get the weapon, and then move towards the side, because he doesn't have the armor. And with the P250, this could be a pretty difficult thing to get through. As JL already sitting on 3 kills, can he get the quad?
He knows JL is low, so he wanted to just be as close to him as possible. And Cree looking to find the timing onto JL, and if he keeps staring this same direction, the noise was just made, but JL reacting too slow.
Yes, exactly, and he has more than enough time to defuse the bomb here without the kits, and Volsung, they're gonna get the round back. How? Like these pistols, it worked out. Viscas there went huge.
Viscas huge.
That kills, and even spraying down one more player with the AK and putting JL on low HP. So Viscas is the MVP of that round for sure. As for now, we can see Figure of 5, they don't have the money.
No, they don't have the money, and they are they're actually going to be forcing up here, so they're going to be going all in this half, because obviously if they lose this one, that is it. That is going to be most likely a 12-3 scoreline they're going to be looking at. And one more time, utility used towards Team Mania. Kinder with the push. Hide in the smoke, just hide in the smoke, hide in the smoke.
He's gonna do just that. He won't be checked just now, as he's gonna go for the spray down, but he only gets only one. How does that work out? How can you only get one? Husky is at the right place at the right time to take the kills, at least one. As now, Figure of 5, they're not in the best situation, but at least Kayitz is kind of lurking around. Husky has to get back, as he's going to spray him, and he's going to get a lot of damage in already. But as I mentioned before, Kayitz, he's in behind the players there, so this could be a pretty interesting situation.
Yeah, Kayitz coming from the backline is essentially CT spawn right now. Whiskers will find both of these kills, and of course, Husky earning his assist in that situation. Kayitz can only now surprise them with a very timed backstab, but he needs to get closer to these players, and his position will be checked by Brocky in a second. If he gives it away, you can see he shows himself, and Brocky actually survives for a brief moment before going down to Kayitz, but that's position given away. The bomb's position is also known, and Krina with the long-range spray down. Unfortunate for him, and now only Viscas remains, so this has quickly become a dangerous situation. This is also the moment where Viscas has a smoke and flashbangs available. Just smoke off the upper, throw in one flashbang, and then see what you can do from there.
Yeah, probably he didn't want to give away his position, but here, even if Kayitz picks in that timing, Viscas, I thought already this is going to be bad timing for him, but that was not the case. So 10-3, Volsung.
A very messy round at that.
Yeah,
a very messy round. Luckily, Husky was so quick with the flank that he managed to secure the back lines there in that situation, not allowing those Figure of 5 players to cause further havoc on the map here. So still, Figure of 5 sitting on 3 rounds here. As you did mention, another round would be great for them. But of course, Volsung looking to deny this as quickly as possible. And Kinder just doesn't care. He's just going to push again. As so does Husky in this situation. Will lose his life. But they don't expect the second player to be there, as Brocky now stealing away with the M4 popping off actually.
Why? Why would you do that? But it kind of still works out, although yes, exactly, only Aimans will remain. They clear out the B hulls. They got super lucky, and it feels like also every single round that they lose, they instantly turn it back, and there is at least some bit of amount of luck in there, because this shouldn't be going that much in their favor, as you mentioned before. Like, they still do have some sloppy rounds, like
they wouldn't be able to do this against Lithuania or eSports, because that punishment would come at a higher toll, definitely. But it just seems that they're very eager to instantly shut down their enemies, and not allow for any sort of possibility of a round being made by Figure 05. Still, though, they have managed to find 3 here. It's unlikely they'll find one more in this one, but still, Amon, of course, is going to be forced to attempt it. So you can see the players sitting on top of each other there. And as long as Amon somehow that has managed to secure a double kill here, and that is still a possibility, but of course Yakinder with the angle there will come out on top. 11-3 in this first half. Not too surprised. Now, you did say that Figure 05 will take 5 rounds, and I said they're going to take 6 rounds playing against Volsung on train. So we'll soon we'll find out who's going to turn out to be right in that aspect, as we both lost the initial prediction.
We didn't give enough credit to eSports for that one. As now we can see Yakinder one more time just pushing aggressively, even pushing through the smoke, and that was a huge mistake there coming out from Yakinder in the last round of the first half. You can see Viscus already has gotten pretty good position. Husky as well. They can't do too much already. That is Figure 05. They are kind of cornered in at the moment. As here Husky, he's going to take down JL towards that A position. There's of course still Kai checking it. If anyone's going to be there, Viscus in the pop is going to take down one, but Amon instantly is going to answer. As now Kree's going to take this position, so they're not giving this position away. Husky going down into a main, and why are you peeking in, as they're going to leave only Brocky alone here. 1v2. And this is kind of good scenario for Brocky, as he could potentially find Kait if he is careful enough.
Oh, he needs to understand how he's going to position himself.
Yeah. As for now, let's check out what's going to be the case here. As Brocky is going to move into the pop dog area. He's not going to be spotted. He's going to rush out. He's going to spot the player. Oh, Kait had no idea. And Brocky now pushing up, but no, still Amon is going to get it. It's going to be 11-4. I figure if I manage to get those 4, and if they win the first round of the next half, my prediction could go out the window.
Yeah, I mean, if they win one round on CT side, and that definitely should be a possibility, and if they win another one, which also should be a possibility, then I win.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll be really happy because your punishments are so great. Great. Yeah, I'm still a bit salty. Salty.
I know. It's fine. Understandable. Now,
Yakinder with Deagle?
Yeah.
Why? And it's working out.
That's
He's
why.
going to take down Choice, looking for the second one as well. Risking a lot standing up against USPS like
Oh
that,
my
but
God.
still, he still finds the kills. Now, Amon looking for the kill on Kree. He will get it, but only Bay will remain 1v4. And you're not a fan of Deagle in the first round, and but in these moments, what do you say?
Train is probably one of the rare maps where it's actually viable.
Yeah, that could
if you're good enough. But still, I mean, USP has a smaller recoil in that situation. So, I mean, I would still prefer... Well, if you're going to peak connector, okay, so we know from Latvians, Raw does it as well.
Yeah, he does it.
Yakinder does it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I believe it was not Shark, but there was, I believe, one more Estonian that likes to pick up the Deagle early on.
Yeah,
not
Yakinder fully flashed here in this situation, extremely dangerous. He could have gone down unlucky for the Figure 05 players, but as I said, Cho with the Deagle will find a kill towards him, and Amon both finding kills, but instantly will be traded back here in this situation, as it is a 3 versus 2 in favor of Volsung here. Brocky clearing out corners here, looking to spot the player, and Kait instantly will find one, and it is turned instantly into a 2 versus 2 situation. Wave has gathered so much information that there's no players towards B, looking to land this.
But he can't. No, he does not hit the shot with the scout. He already had so much information that there is a player in Pop Dog. As now Kai is going to rotate towards the B side. He's going to spot the player. He was taking so long to just aim and get the kill, but that was not the case. Viscus, 4 kills in this game. He has been phenomenal. 24 kills in total and only 6 deaths.
You really should use the pistol in that situation.
Yeah.
It's going to be most likely a dink first bullet, and the second one is going to finish the player off with the scout, unless it's a headshot.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not even zoomed in. Just swap it out. I understand why you don't zoom in, because you don't want to make any sound cues, but still, as now Wave will spot a few players. Brocky with the sawed-off shotgun.
Okay, but the bomb is towards B side, and there every single enemy player is there, as they're going to look for the kills. They kind of know where to look for the enemies. The bomb is going to be dropped down. Only Kites will remain 1v4. He will manage to take down Viscus, so now he's looking for more shots, but Kree, no problem there for him. That's going to be the 14th round for Volsung. And let's just see, now the buy round will come through for Figure 05. And there's going to be the op on Kite, but there's going to be Glass Cannon And do you think, like, he is a good AWP player, but against Volsung, who know how to peek against the AWP, like how well they do it, does Kite has a chance?
At this stage, he has to have a chance. Otherwise, like, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, in a way, as now he's gonna peek in. Let's just see if there's going to be any action here. As Aemons, I believe he did not spot any of the players coming through here. This could be pretty interesting for them, but let's just see what's gonna be the case. As for now, the flash will come through. Aemon perfectly evading. He's gonna spray down one, but only one kill there for him. As now they're gonna move into the side that is Volsung. Can Cho spot the players in time? It's gonna be Jail coming in, looking for the shot. He's gonna take down Kree and Husky going down as well. Only Yakinder with Brocky will remain. And let's just see, can Yakinder get the kill here? As he's gonna move into the B side, has to wait for his teammates to come through, but he's still gonna get wave. He's gonna look for a kill on Kite. He misses the shot. He missed the opportunity, and already Brocky has to be pretty careful, as there is going to be now peeking in, and instantly is going to take him down. Yakinder 1v4 here, as he's going to miss the first shot. He's going to look for the second, missing it again, and there is the bomb drop down as well, and the player sees it. Cho, he just has to come in and get the kill, and that's going to be the case. 14-5 as well. So if we check their money situation, if they want to make my predictions come true, they need to force up right now. Like, Kree can drop to his teammates, you know?
I mean, they can still win with pistols.
As well.
We know that very well from them, and you can see Brocky is going to be picking up the AVP here, as Kree will also force up and purchase an AK, so he doesn't force up until the very end there, just to make sure he can drop at least pistols in the next following round for his teammates. And Brocky looking to secure this fast entry, but Kite with the AVP will secure a kill, and you can see that he instantly falls back, not looking good to go for any extra kills in that situation, forcing Volsung players to fall back towards this pop dog area. Cho definitely heard that 1 and 2 and 3 players falling down. So Cho knows information has been passed. You can see there's only a single player on B. Actually, there's another player sort of connected, and somehow Cho goes down in that situation. I mean, you definitely know there are players there. Why would you expose yourself so much in that initial situation? This boost could ruin things for Volsung if they don't expect it.
Oh, but no, Husky almost got the shot. It's going to be Kite with the kill. He can look for the second. Let's see if Husky will be there in time. He's going to spot the player. He's going to tag him up, but does not get the kill. But now with the Molotov, this could work out, as Kree is going to push in. He shoots for the player. He's going to find him. He's going to look for the second one as well. Only Aemons with Wave will reign. It's going to be 2v1. Only Wave 1v2. As the force did work out for Volsung very well. And let's just see now, can Wave retake this one? As we can see, Husky, he's not checking that position. Yakinder as well is not too eager to check out if anyone's coming out from Pop Dog. And you can see Wave, this position could be huge for him. As I believe Volsung did check out if anyone's here. They did not spot anyone. You can see Bomb with Yakinder. I have no idea why he has been so confident with the bomb.
This is the mind games coming out here on the next level. As obviously rotating through CT spawn with the bomb. Not perhaps the best scenario what you can hope for, but obviously works out in this situation. I mean, it is a bit risky. Most of the CT players coming from B will usually go through Pop Dog, sometimes through T main, not so much through CT spawn. So I'm sure Brocky was checking his corners. Was that Brocky? I believe that was Brocky with the bomb now.
Yakinder.
Oh, Yakinder, excuse me. So I'm sure he was checking his corners there. But I mean, this is pretty much last call for Figure 05 here if they want to have any sort of hope, and that is going to be Kite out of the game here already, as Cho will go down, and only JL, who has just died,
they are checking. They instantly were checking for the backstab, as here Aemon is going to drop down the bomb. So maybe still a little bit of hope there for the side of Figure 05, as now Wave's going to push out. He's going to spot the first player. He's going to take him down. Now pick up the ops. He's going to look for the kills. Will find Kree. That is the scout in his hands. He's going to look for one more kill, but now with that grenade, he should go down. 14 HP on him. And is that really Brocky just going in with the knife? He is. But he did not find the enemy player, as he's now going to be pushed, and Brocky finishing it off with the knife, making my prediction to come through. I'm winning at the moment 2-1.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And also congratulations to Balsam. I mean, they performed to our expectations, definitely, and also showed one more time that they are a strong contender for any sort of position here in this second season. Also, Figure 05 players, I mean, slightly unlucky for them in the sense that they weren't able to capitalize off that double AVP round they had, and they had the entry on, excuse me, this, like, not this round, but the one before, so... Yeah, they really need to learn their lessons from this game.
Do you think you can learn a lot from this game? Like if you're watching the replay as Figure 05?
Of course.
Of course, like knowing that Jakinder actually pushed every single round.
Well,
that
that
really
could be
helps.
even one thing. Obviously, they dealt with him one round. Then Husky came afterwards.
Yes.
But it's not like Jakinder also continuously found a lot of frags by pushing.
Yeah,
It was just
as
that
well.
constant presence, and they were also in constant danger of going there. On the side of Balsam, for Jakinder, please just take like 2 rounds in between you do that thing, because you won't be able to do it against better teams.
Yeah, exactly. I want to point out one player that performed out of his expectations, Viscus. 27 kills in that game. He was just out of the roof. The M4, the AK, whatever he had in his hands was one of the most deadliest things there on the map.
Yeah.
Great job there. For the side of Figure 5, I can't remember who was the top fragger. There was some flashy moments from Amont, of course, but not too much as the score was 16-5.
Well, inevitably, Kayits with the AVP did manage to have a few impactful situations there, but it was all too late for Figure 5 here. So, the next match that we're going to see is going to be Joggers versus Not Like This.
Yes.
The map, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet, as they still have some time to finish out the veto. The both games that we have seen today have finished so fast. The 16-1, 16-5. Is there a chance it could be maybe Joggers stomping with the new addition of Boo stomping Not Like This? Do you think, or will that be the close game? Because we said that every single game.
Boo has, in the season 1, he, as you already previously mentioned, had a lot of impact with his AVP plays.
Most definitely.
And once again, depending on which map we go to, if the AVP is viable and can be versatile there, because Boo was a player that with the AVP likes to move around a lot.
Yeah.
So he almost moves as if he has a rifle, just the AVP in his hands. So
in a way.
In a way.
Exactly.
So obviously that is going to be a factor, and we're going to see what is going to happen here soon enough. But for now, this is going to be a small commercial break.
Yes, exactly.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Thriller, killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
This fire in my head got me on edge. I'm going out tonight. Faded on a thread. Don't know what's next. I wanna feel alive. I kissed a stranger in a white dress. She put a crown on top of my head. Said every king needs a queen in his bed. I said, hey girl, I'd like to stay here for a while, just you and I. Far from the places we can't get away from. She said, hey like a violin. Here with you now, not coming down. Leave my insanity up here in the clouds. Look what we found, oxygen we can breathe. Let the madness slowly undress. Rip the mask off over our heads. We can dive down deeper instead. I said, hey girl, I'd like to stay here for a while, just you and I. Far from the places we can't get away from. She said, hey boy, I like your style. I'll let you play me for a while. Play me till the sun rises. Play me like a violin.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2, Week 3 and Day 2. I'm your caster Envy, of course, joined by V as always. We're going to jump into the last match of today pretty shortly on, but let's check out the players that we are going to see right here now on the screen. So it's going to be Joggers against Not Like This, two Lithuanian teams. So on the side of Joggers you have Centrons, Reggie, Boo, Lattelecom and Tallin.
And on the side of Not Like This, you're going to see Prokas, Dreamus, Halflex, Dreamy, and Finette.
Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of things we already talked about. The Boo new addition to Joggers, so they kicked off Walkman. They are giving Boo a chance. And do you think he has to like prove a lot right here, or is it like they already know that Boo is gonna stay in the roster, or is he just here like? Show us what you can do.
Obviously, any new addition to a lineup, you still need to prove yourself to the actual lineup that you are eligible enough to be a part of that specific lineup. Now, considering this map that we're going to play is going to be Inferno here, where I will remind you, Not Like This actually won over WSD Sports, previously known as the Kings of Inferno. That sort of spices things up for this match here, and hopefully it's going to be a slightly closer game than we have seen so far today. One more time, the first game did go in favor of WSD Sports over Lithuania on Nukes 16-1.
How much round difference damage did they take, Lithuania? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a lot. And obviously now Balsam closing out 16-5 over Figure 05. So for this map, I mean, I have gone and written down to myself that I think that with the addition of Boo, and also off the fact that Not Like This most likely will try to approach this game same as they approached playing against WSD Sports. Which in my opinion is going to be their downfall. So I'm going to say actually the Joggers are going to secure the win on this map with the scoreline of 16-9.
16-9. I'm going to say it's going to be 16-8 in favor of Joggers as well. As I already mentioned before, I'm a fan of Boo. I really like his op skills.
You don't think the fact that Not Like This won over WSD Sports is a factor?
I really like what you said, that they might approach it as the game against WSD Sports, which would be a mistake here. And I'm thinking the Joggers should have a bit more confidence here going in. But that's just my opinion, and if I'm wrong, then sorry. But we want to remind you about the Vault giveaway as well. Remember that there is a chance that you can win 10 euros of free food if you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, of course. You have to type in the chat #Vault, and you'll be able to win it, the giveaway. And the giveaway will happen at some random point during this game. So be sure to check that one out and don't miss any action from the giveaway, and of course any action from the game as well. Which players would you call out?
On the side of Joggers, I feel like, well, Tarov.
Okay.
Tarov, and I'll explain why. Because Tarov as a player historically has always managed to be very impactful when it comes to actually making a play. Regardless if it's on the T side or on the CD side, knowing really how to position himself. So, and on Inferno, a map that is, well, known for positioning in general, I feel like he should be a huge factor here. And of course, Boo with the AVP, but I just don't want to give all credits to Boo just now. Perhaps he can prove me wrong.
Yes.
And on the side of Not Like This, well,
I'm feeling Finette. Are you feeling Finette? He has had some moments, and I think this is his time to shine against his Lithuanian brothers. To show that he is a strong force.
Halflex as well.
Halflex as well, yeah. Although Halflex has had some moments, and being one of the most, I believe, experienced players on that roster, he hasn't been too, I forgot completely the word, stable, all the time giving the same results. Like he's been good at one map, then just not showing up on the other one. I think there is still some work that needs to be done throughout that team.
So we both agree on the fact that not like this are currently under a risk of overthinking how to approach this map, and judging off their earlier success against the eSports, that might be their downfall, as obviously Joggers are definitely not a team that approaches the game in the same way as eSports
as well.
does.
The retakes. The retakes. On Inferno, I believe the retakes are a bit harder than on Cash, which are usually the map that Joggers likes to play. So I'm thinking here, it could be something new that we see out of Joggers, especially against a team that, of course, we didn't give them equal chances, but I think they definitely have that equal chance. I'm just more so going towards the Joggers side, and one of the factors definitely is the Boo player. But as well on the side of not like this, as they surprised us against eSports, I'm really thinking maybe they even are going to be like, okay, we played the eSports one type of game, let's play a different type of game here, because since they're so different types of players, I think that could play into their hands.
I mean, if they had the mindset to approach the game like that, props to them, of course, if that is the case. But historically, as the name presents itself, I mean, we have yet to see a solid change in that pattern, apart from that one victory that clearly just now today we saw was most likely a fluke from eSports coming out there losing to not like this on Inferno, which can happen. I mean, as I said, you have seen that happen on all levels, where a lot better team on paper or in practice loses to a weaker team on paper or in practice on a map they should not be losing on. So
as well. Talking about Inferno, as you mentioned as well, like they need to have that map where Boo can shine, like with the op and in solo the oppers need to have that map. Inferno, one of the not the greatest, but really good spot for oppers to get their highlights, right?
Yeah, of course. Opera AVP possibilities here are well, not really endless, but they are usually a very it's an instant impact on the round if you secure that kill. So regardless if it's an early kill towards Banana, or even when the players are entering, say, B bomb site, and then you quickly lose one, and the AVP player, obviously he just needs like literally a millimeter to get that kill if his reflexes are on par. So I feel like Boo is going to be, considering that he's a versatile player with the AVP in hands and likes to move around a lot. This is also something to expect from him. So you can expect early banana peaks. You can say, of course, expect him to be in that coffin position towards B. He's definitely going to go towards A as well. Yeah. Maybe even A apartments. I would really be happy to see like flashbangs over towards second middle, and then he's peeking through the balcony.
In the first season, Boo replaced Karkas on Lithuania at that time, and Karkas is the guy who did go into these apartments from CT side and was checking towards second middle through that window if he can catch out anyone. And Boo fit in that description pretty well. He was almost as Karkas with that up. Something here as well. Boo will have a great chance to showcase what he can do. On the side of not like this, they switch out the op more. Like they don't have that one op player. They change it from time to time. They give chance to everyone, and I'm not big a fan of that.
Okay.
Because I think that our player like almost always needs to have that presence where he's gonna be things are not working out. He can pick up the M4 or AK, and afterwards he still needs to pick up the op because he is the guy who practiced for it. And as well, like the strats. If you have a strat based around the op player, it's gonna be pretty tough to put someone else in that scenario, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, in general, the general approach still towards Inferno is that you need banana control. We've seen already what happens if you don't have banana control.
How many times we have said it as well. Like we see that people are giving up the banana and everything else, and it kind of falls apart from there.
A lot of these teams playing on CD side are afraid to retake banana. They feel like, oh, we initially didn't gain control, therefore we just need to hold the site now, and that's about it. Where in reality, a solid few pop flashes over and a Molotov towards closer area, and that's like the first quadrant cleared out, and then you can just advance with a deep smoke, another flash over, and clear out anyone who is still remaining in banana.
Exactly. I'm seeing in the servers Thursday, the guy was standing in for the side of Joggers, if I'm not mistaken.
I have no info.
Yeah, we don't have information that there's going to be the stand-in, but I'm seeing that he is there in the server already. So with the stand-in in addition to Boo, Joggers, they might have a hard time.
Do you feel like changing your prediction? I'll give you the chance. Despite the fact that you're still in the lead with 2-1 so far this week.
No, I still won't do it. As we know, Thursday he is in a great position in the FPLC. So as well, although in last time we saw him, he was quite quiet at the beginning. At the end of the game, he was starting to rack up kills and everything else.
Well, hopefully he's showing up today. So far, warming up, he's failing to make a jump, so that's not good news.
But like, how else do you see the players using this time when they are in the server? Like, there's no one else in. You can't practice anything else. You're just practicing the jumps.
Actually, when you go on the server before a match, like, I don't know. I actually don't know. Have you played any leagues?
Continue.
So you haven't. Before you haven't played in.
I have never been in CS:GO team. I've never played CS:GO competitively.
Get out.
But am I not doing a good job right here? I know CS:GO. I'm just not too good at playing it, you know? Not the best at it.
So you do admit it. Week 1 punishment, there you go. Flashbacks, it was all a fluke, as I already told you. But coming back into the question that I was about to bring up, sometimes before like getting in the server, I know it doesn't really matter, but some people like to jump around. Some people actually try to already get into the mindset of getting those solid kills. I actually prefer to just walk away from the PC.
Oh, and just to have that, like, you're in the server.
I literally stand to my monitor and just look what's going on the PC and on the screen, and then afterwards, like when I see that, well, there's already 9 people on the server and the last man is joining, then is the moment when I sit down.
Have you ever like had a moment where you didn't do that and you regret it?
No, but I've had where I've really sort of felt it during warm-up already. You know, there's everyone has those warm-ups where sometimes you're just landing kills and you're like, oh my god, this is going to be a piece of cake. And then obviously if you do that to yourself and the first rounds are not going your way, I can tell you, you're not in a great spot mentally. So that was also the reason after which I started to practice walking away from the PC and just distancing myself for a second and just reminding myself why I'm actually there, why am I there to do the things I'm about to do and devote myself to that game. So I don't know, I actually would be curious to find out what is the general approach and thoughts about this from other people.
You already know some players, at least from the Latvian city who have played together with and everything else. Have you ever like suggested for them to do that? And
no, everyone has always had their approach. As far as I've been involved in teams, usually these warm-up periods are taken just as a general approach. As I said, some people just love to run around, have fun, and try to like only, I don't know, land only one shots or something like that. Something that
just with a deagle
keeps you warm, but you're not really fully focusing on what you're doing. You're just in the game and just waiting for it to start. I mean, I would be curious to find out what sort of rituals some of these players might have for not essentially even warm-up, but even pre-game. So when you're just about to jump in the game, do they sit down and talk over with their team what they're going to do, or they just one more time distance themselves? I know a few Latvian players that actually just mute themselves in TeamSpeak and listen for their favorite songs or something like that gets the blood pumping. I've also done that as well at some point.
Which was your go-to song?
Oh man, it was for a very long time, it was from the band Emure, Demons with Ryu. So it's a metal thing, but yeah. So that was like my go-to song actually for a very long time, and it like when you do that, and when afterwards you find yourself finding success in these games afterwards, it doesn't really matter what your tradition is before these games. It's just the mindset that if you have done this, you have nothing to worry about, and if you have done it for a lengthier time period and for the most part have found success, that's one way how to calm yourself down before matches where it really matters. And obviously all of these matches bring weight with themselves, meaning that regardless what your tradition or ritual or whatever you want to call it is, if you've had success with it in the past, even if it seems silly, I would say keep doing it. Because it's a lot harder for you to just sit down and mentally get into that zone without doing anything extra when you can just easily, like, superstitiously tell yourself that, oh, if I do this and that, then I'll be fine.
Of course, well, like your mental state as well kind of catches on to it. Like you listen to that song, you do good, and it's kind of like
and
it comes together.
With time and experience, the moment comes where you just know how you feel in that state when you know everything is going to be fine, and then afterwards you gradually learn how to get there. So that's why you see a lot of these players just say, oh, I don't need anything anymore, because they know how they need to feel in order to perform. Do
you know anyone who has kind of some talisman to use, medallion to use, like the lucky charm? As we know, like Getrek had that teddy bear that it was good for his girlfriend was in front of his PC.
I know someone that had a toy next to their screen, but I don't know if that served as a talisman. So I'm not going to expose the person here because the talisman was also kind of funny. But yeah, like I don't know. It's probably going to depend more if you're superstitious about the whole thing, and obviously dragging it with you then to every single LAN, and then having to answer questions like, "What's that? Why do you have it?"
But you always have a talking point to talk about, you know. Maybe as well, because you know sometimes gamers are a bit quiet.
Okay. Would you consider yourself to be a quiet gamer?
In what manner? In game or in
well, you
life?
Asked the question. You posed the question of gamers being quiet.
Okay, I don't think I really like to like meet people in public, especially like gamers, and talk with them. But sometimes I've seen that I talk with them and they have that some kind of a like either they don't want to talk to me. That of course is one thing, but they're like trying to.
Considering you sometimes show up in a dress, I understand that.
One time. Yeah, and that was my choice.
And it's on the internet and on there forever.
Yay! At least I'm gonna have something to show to my grandkid. Like, you look what your grandparents did one time.
Okay, then.
Yeah, right? They won't be too happy about that. I have to strike that from my head now. That is not the way to go here. As at the moment, we have 8 players ready in the server. You can see, yes, Sterzig.
We have the coach.
Will be, coach as well, and Sterzig as well. He will play this one. So
do you think the coach hates us?
I don't know. Like, I hope that he at least watches this, and
he should watch this.
Yeah, but as well, like at least I haven't approached undercover. I believe I have the tools to contact him, just to ask all these questions that we have been talking about, and maybe even like giving him a bad rep that he's not helping Joggers enough.
Well, it's not that he's not doing his job. Perhaps the guys are just stubborn and not taking his advice, but
he's been with them from season 1.
Yeah,
Undercover's been with them season 1, and they haven't changed the coach, so there is something that's working for them there.
Maybe. I mean, they've had mediocre success in the past, so I can't really say. And obviously, as I already said once, like you cannot really blame the coach until the end, because at the end of the day, it's the guys playing.
Yeah, as well. So coach can only gives only so much to the team. And they need to do the rest. So all the players from Joggers are in. We are still waiting on. Can you recall which player?
What?
Why is Walkman in not like this side? What? Did they really change the players in between them? And this could be an interesting one. This could even go towards the overtime. This can go towards the overtime, man. What is going on?
Okay, well, this is definitely going to be a match of principle then in that case, because having played, and also, mind you, some of the Joggers players have played together with Procus as well, so they have a history between themselves, and this definitely is it starts to look like more and more like a match of principle as well, not just that, and I hope there's good banter in Lithuanian happening in chat here.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
So, you know, it gets the blood going, and obviously forces the players to perhaps at some point in time go for decisions that they should not be going for.
Yeah,
in
as
certain
well.
situations.
How much do you think impact will it have on not like this that Walkman basically knows almost every single strat for Joggers?
That's of course if they actually have strats. Shots fired, but that's how I see it. I mean, I've yet to see real strats coming out from them. So anything that they have done so far, you can call on the fly.
No, Joggers, they do have those things. I mean, for not like this, more so they, I think, are the team that more so goes on the fly. For Joggers, I think they have preparation. They have the execute towards the A side on Mirage for sure, but almost every single team has it.
Yeah.
As well, they have the retake
What?
strats.
The execute towards A side on Mirage, where you can go unface it and see level 2 players lining up smokes for what? CT, jungle, and stairs?
Yep.
You can't even play the game without knowing those smokes, so I don't think that's like an execute.
It's a deep.
I mean, it's an execute in the sense that it's being executed, but I wouldn't call it a strat at that point in time. It's just a set play towards the side.
But as well, how many strats we miss because we don't connect the dots that we are seeing? Like, we can miss tons of them.
Probably a few, but I feel like here currently, and from what we've seen so far in Season 1 and Season 2, it's more about who should be doing what in that, like, who's the biggest impact player in that specific strategy. So like you have strategies where you fake, and then a lot of the times in those situations, one of the players who is faking is also responsible for causing a lot of chaos, or who is responsible for taking fire upon himself just to keep the players distracted enough. And obviously I don't think we actually give enough credit in that sense, but sometimes it's just a bit difficult to follow through with everything else, as obviously we are switching over to the main thing, what's happening, and then that kind of gets lost in translation there. So
as well, catching out those kills on camera as well, you're seeing that there's going to be 4 players hitting the A side's going to be a big brawl there, and that all of a sudden one player clears out B side, and we're just like, how can that work out? But it does work out time to time. As now Boo is not in the server. Hopefully he's going to join soon, because we're already kind of running behind the schedule here.
So Walkman is replacing Dreamy.
Yes, he is. But like, it is pretty funny. Have you had those situations where you're going to play against a team and you had just had like kicked out the player and he joins the other team, or just like standing in for the other team? Have you had those moments? And in that scenario, do you think that you need to change things up and not do the things that you used to do them?
Have I been in those situations?
Or even like one of your team players, gets like you're kicking out someone or anything else.
Yeah, there's definitely been moments, but it's never been on a level where it really matters, where it has happened. On a level where it really matters, there haven't been such lineup changes where I have been either a part of or a witness of, I would say. So that would be probably the politically correct answer in that situation. Regardless, though, of course, in terms of how you should approach it, it's a matter of how much Joggers have been practicing yesterday, to be honest.
Oh, I really hope that this team puts a lot of work in, because for me, I see a big potential there, for at least for the Baltic scene, for them to shine, as the players are pretty good. I really like their approach to games, and I'm really thinking that they should not take a day off from practicing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it sometimes feels like the team, like, not like this. They have those moments where you're saying that with the team that they are winning, like, don't lose like this, like, not like this, not like this. And then there's sometimes that we use that meme on them.
Well, I mean,
so it's
here's the honest, rough truth. One more time dropped, if anyone hasn't gotten the idea yet. You need to practice until you get sick of the game. And once you get sick of the game, you need to get over the fact that you are sick of the game and start practicing to a level where you don't see it as a game anymore.
Okay.
That's the moment when you're going to start making it. So that's the honest truth. But we are actually finally in the knife round here, and it looks like Not Like This are looking to steal away the knife round, and most likely will be going for that CT side. And that is going to be the case as they swap sides here. And curious to see then, Joggers, show us what you have prepared for us.
Oh yeah, right. The T side is going to be on its way for them. As I really want to see how many times we're going to ask ourselves, like, how do Not Like This know this? When it could be just like Walkman saying that, okay, if they're doing that, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It could be pretty interesting to witness. Let's head into the first round between these two Lithuanian teams. There's going to be pretty standard for not like this, putting 2 players towards B, putting 3 players towards the A side, as it's going to be B rush from Joggers, and Dreamers instantly with the Molotov drop down. It's going to be pretty tough now for Joggers to make this one work, as they're not pushing in, but Saurov has already found the kill, and there was Half-Life pushing in as well. So they're trying to do so, but they're basically just giving away the A side. Only Fanet remaining on A here, as he's gonna find one, he's gonna look for the second, gets tagged up, drop down to 4 HP, and against the Glock, almost no chance, but he still managed to get Sturzik from the other side. Rokas comes in, Dreamers with the kill, and Boo is gonna go down as well. What and how is gonna be the questions I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, well, Tarov obviously started off great for his team, and them running through here, slightly rushed execute towards the A side. I mean, you really still want to group up. I understand why someone would try to advance so quickly, but not on pistol rounds against USPs. You want to go as a unit, and they didn't group up and suffer the consequences, and of course, unlucky for them that Fanet managed to find that second kill in that situation, being on 4 HP there. So a lot of utility currently used towards middle. You can see that Not Like This have learned and definitely are clearing out Banana, making sure nobody is up close and staying there. With the Deagle, no kills found yet on the side of Joggers. There is another re-smoke drop down.
But they're being pretty passive about this approach as well with the pistols. You usually see like they want to go for that early frag, kind of throw off the enemy team. They're just going to group up together, be pretty slow about this one. If they rush towards the B side, as you can see already, the rotation for Prokas has come in, and Dreamers should call more players down the way, as Welcome as well is ready to rotate. The bomb is going to be picked up, and let's just see, that's really going to be the B side that they're going to hit with it.
It looks like they are, and I mean, they should wait for more time here. Prokas already has found one, and he's gonna fall back here as Dream is looking to find the second one off the back of that first one. So the remainder of Joggers are still grouped up here in Banana. Obviously, have definitely given away sound cues, and Dream is looking to add on top. But the Election with a solid headshot will be taken down by Half-Life instantly with a FAMAS in that situation. Now Sturzig left alone together with Centrons against 3-4. Not Like This players, and Fanet needs to go huge. He will find the first and looking to find the second here. Will actually go down to Centrons, and he gets to swap out towards the Deagle. So still a dangerous weapon to hold in hand, as now Walkman needs to find the kill here, gets the dink, and will find the player inevitably.
Teammates from Not Like This. Every single player gets the kill, so 2-0. As now full eco for Joggers, and not too much promise in first rounds. Looks like more Not Like This have practiced.
Yeah, slightly chaotic. I mean, I feel like the second round was a bit chaotic because they weren't expecting so much utility being used towards middle, just to make sure that they're not going to be trickling in. And obviously the fact that they sort of gave it away with their Banana situation there, but with a quick flank onto Prokas, he has gone down and only managed to find one kill here, and that's not the best situation you want to be in, but that's the bomb. That's the bomb.
That is the bomb who was peeking into ball to find a kill. You can see, Not Like This, they're just cleaning the house. Finally with 3 kills, 3-0. They should have been gone the way of Not Like This, but Joggers, they had there a brief moment where they just group up and every single CT player was behind them, either in middle or in apps. They could easily planted the bomb there. And
why with the bomb in apartments though? Why?
Maybe he missed the track that he actually had the bomb. That can happen.
Okay, well, that's probably the only explanation as to why would that be a possibility. But Dreamus with the AVP is going to be heading towards Banana here, as Boo with the off on T side, looking to see if he can exchange pleasantries in Banana here, as well as he's actually going to be peeking towards middle, and Walkman finds the kill onto Boo, but Sturzing instantly taking Dreamus down. That is AVP out of the game on the side of Not Like This, and now a well-executed nade should force Prokas out of position. He still manages to find a kill in this moment, but Sturzing one more time being the equalizer, and Tarov adding on top here means that the B bomb side is completely open. Both of these CT players are looking to run over quickly as quickly as possible, but Sturzing with the angle here will find the first kill here. The second player will go down to him, still a 1 versus 2 situation. Half-Life does have a Molotov and as well a flashbang. Just picked up the M4 and another flash with the flank. I mean,
oh, he already gets tagged up, and you can see already Centrons, he's behind him. So if Half-Life doesn't make his move now,
Centrons, run, man, it's fine.
As here it's Centrons, he's gonna take the kill. It's gonna be 3-1. Joggers finally get around, and for me it was really funny thing that happened. Boo with the op was checking middle, and he was killed off by the ex-Joggers player with the M4. Yeah, like that's just irony.
Feels bad, man.
Yes.
But regardless, Joggers obviously are going to have another good go here at this round, as the utility is slightly limited on the side of Not Like This. Walkman now with the M4, quickly checking towards middle, but doesn't really decide to go for any further wide peek, as obviously there is already a player posted up in Mexi position, or underpass as it's written on top of the radar there.
Let's see now, pretty slow approach one more time by Joggers, and but they don't have any other kind of chance. Not like this, they're not giving almost any kind of information up. Complete default positions here as well, just Procus waiting, Dreamus as well. This is pretty interesting position here, as Procus, he is boosted up and Dreamus is waiting in front of him. So even if they go out for the kill, it's going to be at least one player succeeding. But more so, looks like they want to grab a hold of that ace side here.
And I love Fanet's position here in this situation, because he has also help from Walkman here. Despite of the fact that he's smoked off, he can still cause enough distraction for him to be able to get like a solid kill and be able to fall back. As now Taro flashing towards a long, just to see if he can draw out any extra nades, and that is going to be the case, as another smoke has been deployed, and you can see that Joggers aren't going to be hitting B bombs. That Election already started to clear out corners here, and he's going to be checking every single one, rightly so, as to make sure nobody has boosted up. The execute coming through now, and instantly not expecting a double peak coming out of that situation. Procus and Dreamus both finding kills in that moment, but Dreamus will go down, and Procus needs to survive as long as he can. He will find a kill on Tatarov, but he will be taken down by Boo. That was already 2 kills for him. Still a 2 versus 3 situation, and the CTs are looking to quickly funnel in and to lock them into this site, not allow any sort of movement, as Fanet is still on the rotation, still only on the way. Excuse me.
Now let's see, Zentros already has found the first kill. There is still Haplex getting ready with that scout. The players are not too low. He could take down Boo, but Boo's already went down, and now Zentros being tagged up, 6 HP. Has to be super careful, but Fanet is going to win in that duel. It's going to be 4-1 in favor of Not Like This, and our prediction slowly crumbling.
So far,
yeah, that is true. Can you remind it what we said? So 16-9, it was your prediction. I said 16-8. Could this be just like the CT side playing the favors?
That might be one thing, but I would say more like Joggers really don't look too convincing so far with what is their general plan. All the rounds so far, they've started off as a default round, and then they just sort of try to go by what the situation is on the actual map, rather than trying enforcing their own agenda. This
kind of movement all the time in the middle from Not Like This. Joggers can do almost anything, and Walkman here just freely walking into the apartments and taking the kills. I just love how they all the time they nade middle and everything else. So Joggers, they kind of have to abandon the position for a while until they get the answer to it.
Yeah, so Joggers, it looks like it's going to be a hard puzzle for them to solve, as now Boo will be taken down towards Mexi here, and Tarov looking to see if he can somehow equalize the scoreline and take down Walkman. You can see he's already, that was actually Haplex. He was already expecting some sort of play of that sort happening, as Centron's pushed down in his own apartment, and the election will go down in bananas. So another buy round will be coming out. Boo should have the capability of purchasing an op here and should go for it, and that is going to be the case. And I honestly would suggest something like take the banana control first, have some sort of mid presence in parallel, and then go off of play off of a walk pick with the AVP in the hands of Boo. As if you don't have set strategies for this map, or some sort of general idea how to go, you can definitely secure 2-3 rounds just by playing a walk pick, meaning as in you are walking up with the AVP who's already zoomed in. You have at least 2 guys usually with him to act as a safety blanket, essentially, if something goes wrong. And as soon as he gets a kill or shoots a bullet, then you explode onto the site. So a lot of the times they will find success in Charov with the supreme angle on Walkman. Props to him for using that one. And that is already a man advantage, and this is the moment where you can start playing with the minds of Not Like This, start to use more utility towards A, or show presence, force a rotation out of these players. They're going to be, okay, that should really ring alarm bells. But you can see noise is made towards B too quickly. That was Dreamus ready to rotate, and he's going to stay here. And the bomb is there as he finds one kill, but the election will take him down, and that is still going to be a 2 versus 4 situation. All the terrorists are grouped up, and unless Procus here finds 4 kills, kills, he won't be able to do much. Actually, as I say that, he finds
2-3! Can he get Sandro? No, Sandro's gonna take him down, but that leaves Halflex in 1v1 situation. My god, Brokas. What a great job that he's already done. Not only Halflex has to retake, the site's gonna be pretty tough, but he still has, as you can see, some utility, the Molotov, the smoke, and the flash. But we've seen many times 1v1 situation, the players are not using those.
Yeah, so a lot of the times you don't want to expose yourself, and Centrons with the off angle will come out on top, and that is going to be the second round for the side of Joggers. Just to add about the nade thing, yes, that is a constant issue a lot of players have of not using their utility they have in hand when they're in a retake situation. Your position is going to be known inevitably anyway. At some point in time, you're going to need to make noises. And if you have a general idea of where the player might be as an area on the map, or in the site, then you should just go ahead and use it. I mean, so far he should have had known that the player is still in sight, and obviously he would have tried to use that utility. But back to this round, Sterzig already almost finding kills here. Actually finds the kill onto Walkman, looking to add more as he finds also another one in short here. Fournette falling back, picking up the M4 and looking to see if he can find a player in apartments here. But Tarov with the flank will find the kill onto him, and that is going to be the A side completely open.
Yeah, really great job there by Sterzig, pushing out, getting the kill onto Walkman. I was already thinking, oh, now finally, not like this, have the Opper is going to play all the time, but here you can see already not performing to his name, as it's going to be only Dreamus remaining for not like this. And this could be the third round. This will be the third round for them. If we check now, there won't be too much money for not like this. So
not
this
like this. They're going to lose this round. Obviously, Dreamus needs to save here. If somehow, I mean, Tarov should switch weapons with Delection and then just go off hunting.
Yeah, why not? Why not? That could definitely work. But as you see, their money still as well is not the not in the best shape. So here they're not only breaking, not like this economy, they are starting to build up themselves. So the next round they have to play it perfectly. They have to get all the 5 players alive just so they can get back into this game. That's what they want, and they definitely want it.
Yeah, so not like this, Dreamus will be holding on to the M4 and also an Incinerator Grenade. I mean, do they force up after this? Probably not.
No, they have 2K, so it's going to be pretty okay for them to buy next round, so probably no force coming out for any of the players. Proc is the only one buying up the P250. On the other side, we can see just full buy for almost every single player. Sterzig, they're only with 2 flashes, but it looked like it was enough for them last round.
Yeah, so Sterzig here looking to continue his reign of fire upon these not like this players. Spots the position of Dreamus, I believe. Yes, who is going to be taken down instantly by Bull with the AVP, and that is also a headshot instantly. The B side has already been open, information coming through from all channels, and you can see that Bull is already peeking over the smoke to the CT. We'll find one more kill here as I believe he just spotted a player. We'll spot another and gets the third, looking to add on top here as Halflex still lingering around in T apartments and only Prokas here towards the site. He might actually find a kill here, but should be traded out here instantly. And that is going to be the case, as only Halflex remaining with the USB in hand. Shouldn't be able to do much here. Obviously, the weapon that has gone down in ruins is unretrievable, essentially. And Tarov already peeking towards Banana, looking to see if he can spot any of these players. And also, Joggers players know that rotating through CT is safe. But it looks like they just want to have fun with the double boost.
Yes.
And rightly so. I believe Halflex was a bit surprised seeing that. So, Joggers have managed to put up 4 rounds on the board here already, which is definitely not bad news for them. And they should have, like, as long as they get another 2, they should feel comfortable.
Yeah, that definitely should be the case, but I think they want more. And if this round works out for them, then it could be a completely different story here. But let's just see. As not like this, also have to figure out how they're going to approach this one, as Joggers are kind of slowly getting back into the game. They definitely have to think about new things that they can add.
And Dreamus with the Molotov has been dropped down to 50 HP here. Sterzig does see the trajectory of the nade, so he's going to be looking to see if he can spot any players out here. And that smoke and flashbang does... Oh, this is going to... I was kind of hoping that Halflex would be afraid to stay back up there, and obviously brave person not to use any other phrases here, as now Sturzig dropped to half HP through the smoke, and Tarov taking a few bullets to the body as well, but little does Walkman know that they are extremely close. And now the flashbang will come through. Oh, that's actually a smoke.
Yeah, pretty interesting one, bouncing off at the wall. I don't see those too often. Well, as you see, as the push is going to begin, Hapless was already spotted, has to change his position. Quite unfortunate it didn't work out, but there are two players in the side. You can see there's going to be Joggers trying to push here towards long. There is a smoke right in front of him. They have to be pretty careful as Walkman is in there, but he is pretty low here. Ooh, nope, that was not going to be the case, as there's only one player remaining here. That is Hapless with the op. Towards the A side, and I believe he has no idea where Sturzig is. Sturzig peeks out, gonna get the kill. There'll be 3 players left alive for the side. Joggers, only 2 on the side, not like this, and they have to go for this retake. They don't have the kit, so they have to be pretty fast about it. But maybe there was kit dropped in A side.
Yeah, well, they're approaching the factory here, but Sturzig now giving away his position will be taken down in that situation. So still a 2 versus 2 retake, no kit in hand so far. Taro just flashing over towards Lang, and one more time. Oh my god, the election just finds the perfect timing to find a player fully flashed, and now Prokas, understanding he won't be able to save, needs to fall back instantly here and give way to this round. So the game is actually going to be equalized now. It's going to be 5-5 in favor of nobody, any man's game at this stage.
It could be, but we know that it's going to be one more time, not like this economy, not in the best stage. Although they have lost 4 rounds in a row, they can go for some pistols here, and next round go for the full buy, so these pistols could be dangerous as well. I want to see if they have any kind of execute towards this. I always like when teams push A apartments. That scenario, because you almost instantly know that there's no one in second middle if you don't meet anyone, anything else, and you can really quickly go towards the B side, and even if you get the timing right, backstab the enemy.
I mean, yeah, a viable option. Prokas with the M4 in hand decides to push towards middle, and Boo obviously has dealt a lot of damage on their side, and there have been definitely nades have touched the player or two there in that situation. You could actually see that Boo almost secured the double kill because he tagged up the second player, so that was a fun fact there. As Sturzig did manage to find one more time in the middle, and Centrons finds Fanette here as only Walkman remaining. He will find a kill towards Tarov, but not many bullets left here, and in a comical situation, he will be knifed by Boo, and that's a point to be made by Boo towards Walkman.
Yes, exactly.
So,
like the small brawl
I believe there was a lot of screaming in VoIP saying, "Leave it to me." Also, quick notification one more time: the vault giveaway has been played out, so you will find the winner's name in chat. Obviously, please message us on BSL at BSL.pro. Back to the game here. Double AVP setup coming out from Not Like This. Prokas too late with the shot here. Dream is taken down. Prokas finds only one, and that is B side completely open.
That's it. Joggers, they have found their calling here on Inferno. They know how to do it. They have adjusted and adapted the enemy playstyles here. Have a push on forward. No idea. Like, why don't you check it? Like, so many times when you're late to be side,
it wasn't even that corner. He was standing next to the tree. So that in combination with the deep smoke, that definitely threw the player off. And now Fanette and Walkman are obviously in a situation where they cannot really save, and Jay's just actively hunting Sturzig with a solid headshot onto Fanette. Walkman in no man's land here, stuck in library.
Okay, he gets lucky that he gets away, because there's already second player coming his way. That is the election there.
He actually decides to stay in this situation, and that is horrible news for him. He will not find the first shot and will be taken down by the election. So that is AVP out of the game, and now Joggers taking over initiative in this first half. Still here, 7-5, coming back from the scoreline of 5-2.
Yep, that was the case there at the beginning, even 5-1.
Okay,
the worst scenario. But here, Not Like This. I feel like they're losing it. Maybe like a quick timeout, and just like breathe. Like, don't think about the game. You already have something prepared. We saw it from the first 5 rounds they won. They have something prepared. Just breathe a bit, calm down, and then with new mindset approach this game, because it feels like this is the only thing that they need to do at the moment. It's still like Joggers, and especially like Sturzig, that guy, he's just like running. You can't stop him. Like, he's all over the place. As Boo is gonna take the first kill. While we're talking about Sturzig here, the stand-in, of course, not the player, not the standard roster player for the Joggers side.
And the election suspecting another player here in Banana. I believe he showed himself in that situation when Prokas went down. Still loads of utility on the side of Joggers here, and they should just use it to clear out these close corners. Please, please.
Nope, that's not going to be the case. It's going to be all about the AKs. They're going to move in, and at least they get a trade there. But as we can see here, this could be Sterzik one more time shining towards Ace. He's going to take the kill on only one
player. He has been crucial with his lurks and flanks here, because it's like the third round in a row where Sterzik finds kills on players that are on the move.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is exactly what a lurker should be doing, as he finds also Fonet here on a bomb site, who was hoping to see if he can secure himself an AK there. So, an AVP coming out in the hands of Gimas here, and interestingly enough, also Walkman will be picking it up. So one more time, a double off setup, and as they usually say, if everything else fails, double AVPs is the way how to approach it.
Yep, most definitely. But let's just see now, can Boo get the first? Oh, they're going towards second middle with the op. I like this approach for the opper, not peeking towards middle, which usually like the standard position. Go towards second middle and then try to do this here. Peek into the middle.
And Sterzik one more time lines the kill onto Fonet.
I can just leave camera here, right? Like only on Sterzik. Look what this guy can do.
Maybe, but Boo still actively working towards A here, looking to see if he can find any of these players. And this is also something that we already previously talked. He's a player that likes to move around with the AVP. And as you can see, going through second middle, peeking towards that left-hand side of mid. Excuse me.
Not all teams, but some teams prefer to have that op player who gets the entry frag, the first opening, not to risk it with the M4s or AKs or whatever else they're picking up. But here, Walkman now, if he gets the first kill, instantly should turn towards short there, as I don't believe Half-Life, he hasn't had too much kills, so he's not in the best scenario here as Walkman. He's going to find the Lection. You can see the rotations already kind of started off, and here's going to be Boo going down. Great timing there by Half-Life, catching out the enemy player. So now 3v4 situation, and here Centrons, he has to sell it. He has to sell that this is A. He has still flash to like but that's the only smoke that they have. Yeah,
see, he cannot use any of his utility. The smoke is obviously going to be used for CT here, and Procas is going to be crucial here to see if he can find a kill, and that's going to be the bomb instantly dropped here, flashing over for his teammate. Dreamus missing a shot here, also his position known. He does find the kill onto Tarov in that situation, and will take Centrons out of the game, and that is going to be 8-6. Not like this, looking to bring back every round they can here in this first half.
They definitely need that 7-8.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. It's already 8 rounds for Joggers, so if they win one... Oh, excuse me. For not like this, it's actually 6 rounds. I messed up the sides, but that's fine.
That is completely fine. As I said, not like this. They desperately need those 7 rounds, because it's going to be 9-6 as here. Boo already opens up. One more time, killing off Walkman. How I like to see that as here Dreamus. So he has picked up the op, and he's doing quite okay with it. If you ask me, as here Boo misses the shot. What? Okay, that's happens time to time. Is here now Boo just backing off with the Molotov. Not going to push towards the B side. Just you can see Dreamus almost burned down there. And you can see the Lection. He's not scared to push.
Oh, the nade. Oh, the nade.
Oh, Boo, he got him through the wall there. He got him. Good job. As that's going to be 4v3 situation. Joggers is feeling quite okay with this one, as they do have Centrons rotating around towards the apartments. Now he's going to leave. It's going to be only Half-Life here remaining. He's going to take down the op player from the side of Joggers. He's going to leave himself here behind the smoke and just going to wait for his team to come and help him out here on B. As you can see, he's still not rotating. Half-Life is going to find the Lection, who went into the B side alone. I have to say, alone.
Okay, this is extremely sloppy from either side here, and not like this should be happy. It's currently working out in their favor, because it wasn't supposed to be like that. And you can see that Fonet most likely heard these players here. Procas definitely is going to be greeted. He actually manages to get the dink onto Centrons, and now this might work even better towards the actual site, as Fonet spots one player, will get the kill onto Tarov. The nade should finish off Centrons, and that is going to be the first half over. 8-7, still in favor of Joggers, who managed to brought it back from the scoreline of 5-1 initially.
Yeah, as well. And one thing I want to kind of want to point out is that not like these players, not all of them are performing. Like Procas is going huge here in the first half, going even to 16 kills. We can see on the side of Joggers, almost all the players have even outscored. So when they are winning the rounds, it's team effort. Yeah. And for not like this, there's just some players turning up, and in the later stages of the game, that could bite them.
Yeah, definitely can. As now, Joggers here are probably going to be looking. They actually have 3 players towards B here, so with an aggressive peek, Centrons looking to see if he can find first kill. but Tarov with the first. Can he find more? He's looking to get away here, and these terrorist players think that there's only one person on the side, but surprise, the rotation already has come through, and they're locked in here as Tarov finds his second here and looking to equalize and add the third on top. And they're taking so much time, but Proc is just finding these kills as now Sturzig will take him down. Fonet has gone into
and
CD
he has
spawn.
the bomb. And he has the bomb. How that trade happened? How can they get past? Like how the bomb even moved out there? But you can see already there's Sturzig going towards that A site as well as Tarov. They both kind of realized what's happening over here.
Yeah, and Sturzig being in apartments, I actually like this position because now in the post plant, I don't think Fonet will be expecting apartments so quickly, but it's going to be a question of how Tarov approaches this one. And you can see he's going to be actually peeking here.
And he's going to win that duel. 3 kills for Tarov. It's going to be the 9th round for Joggers.
Unlucky for Fonet there. I mean, I feel like that...
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. The crosshair might have not been that on point, but in that situation, the Glock usually somehow finds its way towards that headshot.
He was kind of static when he was
Joggers have managed to pick up their first round here. And not like this, still sitting on 7. Obviously, they will purchase a pistol here and there. Dream is picking up the Tech 9, something that we don't see that often anymore.
Nope.
And would like to see how he will succeed with that weapon. Is now the flashbang coming over here towards the second middle. Tarov, but together with Sturzig going huge, finding these kills and finding the bomb. But Fonet has managed to find 2 kills of his own in the process. So still a 2 versus 3 situation. But as I say that, the election quickly clears things up and finishes the remaining players off. 7-10 here, and the next round is going to be a buy round coming out from Not Like This off the back that the bomb was planted there by Fonet in that first round. So
I'm really curious how these MP9s are going to work out against the AKs that Not Like This have. Well, this should put the emphasis on winning the duels. Here, as you can see, all Joggers, they're taking the page out of Not Like This book, going towards middle, being aggressive. Havas taking down the first kill, Sturzig with 1 and the second one as well. There's still 1 more player towards middle, even 2. Has to be super careful, and he doesn't have too much help, as he was the only guy there, and only from Banana now you can see that the action's coming through with Leshen getting tagged up. And this is already getting kind of scary for the side of Joggers, if you ask me, because there is a player here, Haplex. He is not helping out the players in C-Ramp. He's not peeking in, but if he peeks out, he could get there in time as he's going to take down the election, but Tarov will get the kill back. So it's going to be this position from Tenno is going to find the kill, and he heard the player towards middle.
Yeah.
So much information gathered for Joggers.
Walkman could actually try and go for this arch play and try and greet Tarov here as he hears the player, and that is going to be instant alarm bells. Senchons, he just... okay, so this is going to be a mind game coming out from Walkman, but he might be playing himself because it's taking already way too long.
In a way,
if it would be B, the bomb already would be planted, so at this stage, Senchon should know that this is going to be A most likely.
Yeah, the double fake read. That's not the easiest thing to read.
It's not the easiest thing to read, but essentially, if the player goes for B, he's going to go for it instantly because he'll be able to plant the bomb quick enough and also to change his position so much that the CT player would not know. Therefore, if that hasn't happened yet, most likely it is A in that situation. You can see
his position where the bomb is planted. Will this work out for Walkman? Because if Sentrons even goes for the defuse, I think he'll manage to get the defuse through before even Walkman can come in.
Oh, please tell me he's going to use that Molotov towards library.
Just do it, man. Just do it, man. Don't fake it. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake.
Okay, he's going to use it there. Fair enough. Understandable. The Molotov there, obviously not finding any players, and now Walkman has made noise, and Centron comes out on top.
And I believe there is still time. He's going to run close to taking it. He's going to defuse it. So 7-11 in favor of Joggers. That was way too close for comfort there for Centrons. Crazy.
Yeah, but I love to see this, and I also love to see that Centron stuck around.
Yeah, as well. Not peeking out, not running.
They know the timings.
They know it.
If you would be good at CS, you would know as well.
Whoa! You can't just like ditch my first punishment, like just down the drain here in week 3. No way, man. We still haven't played that 1v1.
It's ditching itself.
Oof. No. You just
like the player.
You're having fun, right? You're having fun.
Yes.
That is good. That's all we need right here in Baltic eSports League Season 2, that we is having fun. As you can see, not like this, pretty interesting approach with the pistols, putting 2 players in the apartments. You can see as well sticking around middle, and if they push into middle, you can see who is going to greet them.
Towards short. There's like legit 3 players, and they're going to be running into them as the ball flashes come through. Sturzing finds one. Boo will be instantly taken down. Sturzing finds a second, looking to land a third, misses the shot by the millimeter, but Centrons indeed, as now only Halflix remaining, does manage to find a kill towards the side, but will be taken down by Delection. So far, Joggers, you got the idea, have managed to really justify their new pickup. And I mean, I cannot say that Boo is extremely performative here, but he's definitely, looks like the addition that they needed. As pace-wise, Joggers are definitely playing faster.
Yeah, they kind of are. Maybe it's the Boo aspect as well. And like, he hasn't had too much luck with the yaw, but still him peeking in, and he has gotten like at least 2 rounds, I believe, for his team with the op. As here, I kind of like this position from Sterzik. It's super risky, as here I believe, yes, that was the Halflex understanding that there is a player
he spotted
there.
him already beforehand.
Yeah.
And obviously the noise being made there in that situation. Sterzik, does he?
He should, yeah, he realized pretty fast now that there could be 1 player in window at least.
Oh, and he even manages to put down the Molotov, so there's no follow-up in that situation. Proc is seeing if he can deal any damage through the wall, as there are going to be 3 players towards B here, and I would say this is the moment where they need to start their execute towards B in order to sell this fake. Otherwise, there's just not going to be enough time if they will start to rotate in between these 2 sites.
But the bomb is going towards the B side as it looks. There's going to be only Procas here who believes, I believe he did hear something towards short, but nothing too much. As one more time, they fake out the casters. They're going to head towards the A side. There's going to be 3 players towards short. As we can see, only some damage done in here. The leg shot, he's going to go down. That's going to be bomb now rotating towards B here. Sterzik, how is he still alive? Wasn't Walkman peeking?
That was weird timing, but somehow it worked out. Walkman finding Centrons here, and Procas will find a kill on Taboo. That leaves only Sterzik alive with the AVP in hand. So far, he's definitely performed with his weapon very well, but he is going to be sandwiched in from all directions. So, I'm trying to understand. Whoa!
He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
He knows what's up. He knows he's being sandwiched in and obviously prepared to land nozones left and right, but was not prepared for Dream is taking that angle there. So, Not Like This do have found their 8th round, and in that situation when they were executed simultaneously on both sides, it's like a weird approach. I mean, it worked out inevitably, but if both of the players towards B would have gone down, that's just 2 players you've given up for free, and it could have used as reinforcements towards A. So it was a gamble, because going 3 versus 3, taking A site, and having the bomb with you, and having the remaining 2 players across the other side, it's just scary stuff. But
it is. You can see Joggers, they have grouped themselves up in the apartments. Very interesting choice here, but it kind of feels like Not Like This are expecting it. Could this be Walkman giving out information?
Oh, do we have a little whistleblower?
Yeah, that definitely could be the case. Yes, Thursday, he doesn't find a kill. Centrons pushes out, he's going to look for the kill. He almost finds Walkman there, but that was not the case, as only 2 players will remain in the A side, both that are left alive for the side of CTs, as there's going to be the bomb drop down. That's quite good already for them, as here Boo now going to the apartments as well. Could potentially find a kill here if he gets the timing right. He's going to see the enemy player, but Procas with the flick, he's going to take him down, as now Sterzik instantly going to take him down by Fanette, and that is my prediction out the window.
Yeah, that's mine starting to come into play here.
Yeah.
So luckily, who knows? Not Like this might win it and prove us wrong one more time today.
Yeah, that
at least me for sure. But finally, we are going to be heading back into our buy rounds here. As you can see, Walkman has picked up the AVP, and Centrons with the aggression in middle here will find the kill onto Fanette, and that is also information passed on to these teammates that there is a push happening here. Halflex does manage to spot Centrons in this situation and finds the second kill on Taboo. That should not be happening.
Yeah, this is just feels like Joggers crumbling. I don't know if under pressure or anything. They are in the lead. They should have their game set there. Yeah, you're not happy, I see.
No, not really, because now Tarov has gone down and only Sturzing remaining here, meaning that he's going to be saving, of course, because he has no nades, no early kills, and he will most likely will be hunted for one more time, as the money on this side of Not Like This allows for it to happen. You can see Halflex already trying to check every single corner he can possibly think of.
Oh, they can meet right now, right here and right now. They can meet. Let's see who's going to spot who first. As now, Sturzik peeking out. Oh, he gets the timing right as he's gonna only spot Halflex. He does not get killed in Halflex. 3 kills. It was just insane round from him.
Yeah, and the AK, of course, just being supreme in that situation. If you can land that first shot towards the head, well, that's all you need anyway. So, Joggers, one more time on an economical round, and one more time, no pauses.
Yeah, as well, and I'm thinking, like, if you're a team with a coach, there should be a pause coming in.
There should be a pause. There should be. They need intervention, but Fonet will find a kill alongside with the nades raining hell in the middle there, as Sturzik with the CZ in apartments here should be able to find at least 1 kill in this situation. I believe he hears the players already entering middle, and he has posted himself up in apartments. Centron's looking to see if he can cause enough distraction for Sturzik to take a favorable position, but did he just... Yeah, he just heard the player, and that is the bomb down. He does have the option of picking up the AVP there, but is not going to be going for it as he understands that there are players close here, and that is going to be Dreamer taking him down. Tarov dealing a lot of damage and taking 1 player out of the game, but he's the last man standing. Still, solid shots landed, looking to see if he can perhaps save that weapon. They actually have, not like this, have left the AVP still in middle.
Yeah, but they're bound to pick it up at some point. As you can see as well, their money, it's going to allow them to buy it even if it's needed. Although they don't want it, they still want to grab that economy advantage here.
Oh, Taro.
But I thought Brock is going to peek out, he's going to get the kill. That's not the case. John Lawrence going to spot the player, he's even going to get the kill. Okay, this is already some kind of good news for Joggers, as I believe he can even stay here and survive this.
Not entirely sure about surviving, but Halflex will go down in the process, and that leaves only Fonet, but that is an extremely solid headshot coming out. And you can see the players who are playing on Stretched and Horn.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. Hopefully everyone switches sooner rather than later. Yeah. As here, 11 to 12 already. I really want to see, they have to switch something up. They do have boot towards middle, but as well, okay, he's not even going towards middle. Like, they should utilize Boo for that kind of scenarios. Here's gonna be Sturzik with the double kill, looking for the no-scope. No luck there, but luckily for him, there is still Tower waiting towards Banana. It's gonna be Tower with 2 kills as well, and only Walkman remaining, already being pushed from behind lines. Stereo's gonna kill him off, and this is the economy boost that Joggers needed.
And that is also the wake-up call for them. Definitely a confidence boost as well, as Sturzik just essentially with that double kill, just make sure that the number game is definitely in their favor, and you can see that instant fast rotation from behind towards middle into Banana was what they needed to secure that round quickly here. Walkman peeking with the AVP towards middle, doesn't spot any players just yet, as now Sturzik looking to do the same thing one more time as he spots the player towards Banana, doesn't find any kills, but Boo has picked up Walkman in the meantime, and that is the AVP out of the game for not like this in this round. And an extremely round at that, as the team nade will deal damage to Halflex, and Boo finding another kill. That's 3 versus 5 now. There should be no more aggression, Joggers. Just hold your horses, have 2 people. Actually, you can still leave that 1 person there.
But Boo, he doesn't care. He's going to go in, he's going to take down Fonet, and he could potentially find Halflex, but that'll be Halflex. Is he checking the other side? No, he has made his way through here. That's going to be Delection looking for the shot. He's going to get it. Only Dreamers remaining with the bomb in middle against 5 players. If he gets this kill against Thursday, he just run.
Essentially not like this, off the fact that they lost this round, their hopes of coming back into this game are essentially out.
Yeah, in a way, definitely, as is this going to even be the buy round for them?
They're going to force this round, most likely. They're going to drop an AVP, probably for Walkman 1 more time, and try to go for a set execute or something like that.
Or will be
otherwise, like, there's no point of even competing here. So this is, essentially, this round is going to decide who is going to win on this map, or how long are we going to battle on it for. And Procus with the AVP will find the kill onto Sturzik there, so early kill, but Boo with an instant trade back. Equalizes the scoreline somewhat. Still, in a 4 versus 4 situation, and especially on a map like this, it still kind of favors the terrorists, as CTs still need to risk it with something, and you can see they're doing exactly so, trying to retake this, as now Taro finds the kill onto Fonet here. The bomb is still down in Banana, and Procus cannot really go and retrieve it. He's actually going to walk into the smoke bravely here, and will find the kill, and the Shadow will give away Delection's position, meaning that Halflex has found a kill. Oh, and this is all falling apart for Joggers, not like this.
As here, Tendros will manage to find a kill. He knows that players are towards short, but the rotation from his teammate is going to be way too long. He has to do it solo, but Halflex is going to win in that duel. Almost burns down, so at least some kind of good news for Taurov, as the bomb will be planted shortly now when the Molotov fades. And now let's see how will Taurov approach this one as he's setting up for the Molotov towards the site. Let's just see now, can he find the kills? As at the moment there is going to be Prakash checking him. He wants 3. Oh, good job already, Taurov. He was not expecting for the player to be there. There's only Halflex now with the op.
And he has a smoke grenade. He can actually go for a fake defuse here.
Yeah.
And just hide away in the site. Obviously, the smoke will be dropped towards short here. Halflex gives away his position and misses the no zoom. Somehow it looks like it's going to be on top.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the defuse. Halflex is pushing through. He's not pushing through. He's still waiting for the player. And Taurov's gonna win this one. And he's even gonna get skill against Halflex. This is it's for not like this. Not like this. Let's make the face and just say not like this. Right?
Oh man, not like this, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? Okay, you know that the dudes here, you just tapped the bomb.
Yep.
Obviously, oh my, I can't even.
No.
I would be so tilted.
Oh yeah, about your own. You're playing
Look,
that
if
you
it
made.
would be my teammate, I would
yours.
be honestly tilted. Like, I'm not even hiding the fact. I'm triggered by stuff like this. But Halflex will take down Centrons, and that is going to be an early man advantage here. Not out of the woods yet, Joggers, as now Boo one more time will need to try and equalize the scoreline for his team, unless Sturzik does the same thing on the other side with the AVP in hand. You can see there's still essentially only a single player in Banana here, trying to distract these players as much as you can, but you can see Boo so far unfazed by it. Walkman with the Mac 10 up close means that it is going to be a run and gun situation, as now Boo missing the first shot means that he needs to fall back instantly. He's going to be flashing towards the pit area there. Sturzik has found Procus in the process, and that is sort of resets the pace of this round slightly here, as still another 55 seconds on the clock. And
with Dream as being here, this could definitely work out for not like this. If he managed to catch out the election, and then player rotations could be pretty hard. But you can see CTs there all over the map already. 2 players, at least one, is going to head behind in Banana. And I believe Dreamus here just spotted it. But was it the election who spotted the player towards CT? As Boo's going to take down Dreamus. That's exactly the case as here now the election comes. He's going to take down Walkman. Only 2 players remaining for the terrorist side. And let's see, can they hold this one down? And 2v3 situation happens now with the op. There's no one towards CT. There's only players in Ruins and in Banana. Sturzik with the USPS is going to take down the player. Only Halflex remaining. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
16-11.
Yes, pretty close game. Right, kind of as we expected. I, of course, did not give enough credit to not like this. And I lost this prediction. It's going to be 2-2 after today. We're going pretty even. Last day tied. This day tied.
Oh yeah, well there's still another 5 games in front of us, and I will win, so it's fine.
Not this time.
But first of all, props to Joggers of actually changing the pace and approach of the game.
That was pretty good.
It's finally, this is the tempo I feel like they should also start to feel comfortable with, because it's definitely working out for them. And I feel like this is off of the back of Boo being an addition to the lineup.
Yeah, they have completely different offer.
You cannot have a dynamic offer in a static team. It's just not going to work out, and it's a lot. It's a lot harder for the AVP player to change if he has been playing the same style for a very long time. Meaning, if riflers, there's always situations, even like being on the T side, there are points where you need to be aggressive, and that's it. So if you take over that mentality towards the CT side and combine that with some sort of structure that they have gained, that obviously brings a fruit here. Not like this did look good initially, and I was already starting to think, okay, is this another like WAS sports situation happening on Inferno here? But as you can see, Joggers are able to capitalize off of certain situations. A huge part of that was Sturzik, I believe.
Yeah, most definitely.
He found so many holes on the side of Not Like This and made a few of his own in their lineup. So definitely a player to watch out for. He's starting to open up. He was a substitute player, if I understood correctly.
But
I
after
couldn't
this,
find any information really about
after this, like it feels like he needs to be a part of a team if he wants to, of course.
Well, his pace along the side of Boo, and then the dynamics of the remaining players looks like more of a Joggers that I would like to see rather than what they had before. Honest opinion here. So, food for thought for the coach. For Not Like This. it looked at their initial structured approach to the game was definitely something they wanted to do and like push on as their own agenda. But you can see that in situations where it all starts crumbling apart, not like this, still don't know how to adjust. There were also, one more time, no timeouts being taken at any point in time.
Yeah, why?
Don't know why. Honestly, guys, start using them. Otherwise, I will lose my voice completely. I mean, not like this. Yes, fair enough. They had a few good rounds there, but most of those rounds were off of the back of actual kills, not what they were doing.
Yeah, as I said, like Procus, he was on top of the scoreboard with, who was it? Procus with, I can't recall right now, but there was another guy as well on top of the scoreboard, and they were the only ones pulling the strings in those rounds, as you said. Like, they're winning the duels, they're even getting 3 kills each at that stage, and that's
there's
them, but
there's only so much you can carry.
Exactly.
There's only so much you can carry, so that means only one, practice till you get sick of it, and then practice more, of course.
Of course. Let's check out the schedule. We're going to see tomorrow what we saw today. As today we saw WSD Sports against Lithuania 16-1. That was a surprise.
And I'm also sorry for XGR who are going to be playing against them tomorrow, because obviously Lithuania have some passive aggressiveness stacked up upon themselves, and obviously they are going to be looking to close that match out quickly enough. But XGR are not a team to be taken lightly, as we saw already in Season 1. Mind you, one more time, how many overtimes? 6?
6 overtimes, exactly. And also, they have had a great week. 16-3 victory against Not Like This and 16-5 victory against Figueroa 5. Great showing, seeming stable. Some issues here and there that we are seeing that could be fixed, or should it be?
It's just discipline.
Yeah.
It's overextending, repeaking in certain situations, pushing over and over again. As I already said, it worked out today, but against a different team, they will honestly just devote half of the round to wait for that push, find the kill, and then just instantly capitalize off of that. So that's a dangerous thing to do. But the next following game we're going to see tomorrow is going to be Aind playing against Team Red Eye.
Yep. Actually, this matchup is you can't really tell which team is going to take it.
I feel like,
Both are Estonians, so they know kind of each other. Haven't seen them play too much Team Red Eye with Aind, but they haven't had too much luck, at least on the stream. So here, finally, the place where they can show it. And of course, we're going to see Skinlords Red against Auto Clutch, which should, after the standings we have seen, it should be Auto Clutch walking over Skinlords Red.
Well, definitely judging by standings, that should be the case. But for Skinlords Red, this is essentially the last time where you can come back into this tournament and try and secure some position. Hey, man, positions still give you monies. Yeah,
as well. Exactly. Even
not all about the first place.
That is the case. Let's check out quickly the standings and see the top of the scoreboard, how it has the standings, how it has changed. As you can see at the moment, Balsam on top there. So even Lithuania, who have they still haven't played one game tomorrow, so they could still grab that first spot.
Yeah.
But even with victory, if the points are right, even with victory, they're going to be below Balsam. So Balsam are looking pretty good there.
That is the case. So points obviously stand over rounds 1, and rounds 1 only matter in a situation where the amount of points is equal, meaning that so far currently, well, this week, Balsam have taken the lead. Second position now currently is held by Mighty Wolves, so another Latvian team here on top. Also, one more time, a very pleasant sight to see that these players have grown. And further we see Lithuania and WSD Sports. So these two teams definitely, one of them battled it out today. The other one was yet to show up. But to be honest with you, I mean, understandable. It's playing against WSD Sports. You probably have some personal stuff with the team, some beef going on.
Because you're almost always meeting in grand finals of tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, there's always something along those lines. And then we can see the rest of the teams. Nothing has changed too much. Joggers still in the same spot. Not like they're still in the same spot. Same goes for Auto Clutch. Only like the top 4 have changed. WSD Sports managed to get their way in there. In the top 4. So great job for them. As for us, I believe great job for us. For the 3 games a day here tomorrow as well. A lot of work, a lot of thought put into this one. Of course, thank you for entering the ball giveaway and thank you for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow you also have the chance to participate in that giveaway and win the €10 of free food from Volt. Of course, check out the website BSL.pro for all the teams, standings, schedule, every kind of news, because every single day we give a statement and our idea about the game, what happened there, how we look at it every single day. So you can see there's all the time something to read, some kind of new article. So check that out as well as HyperTown.pro, where you can see all the information about the HyperTown Tallin festival, I believe is going to be called in Saku, Suurhall, on 20th and 21st of October. So be sure to check that one out. And of course, tomorrow's stream. I'm Envy.
Envy.
See ya.